Here we go. Gorkskrin is upon us, boys. 11th edition on the way. Let's see what AdeptiCon has to reveal. Let's get stuck in, lads. So everybody knows that this reveal is going to be quite interesting for us orcs. So what's up, orc community? Let's get stuck in. What's up, everybody? Of course, this is a live, so make sure you guys get stuck in, as you guys are the fuel to the WAAAGH energy fire. Now, we have about 4 minutes till countdown. Never done this before, so if I have some boy problems, don't worry, I'll figure it out with sharing and such. Either way, we'll have a fun time. And to be honest, we got a lot going on for us, right? So we have a lot to talk about, a lot of possibilities as what to come. Of course, getting feedback, make sure we sound all good and that everybody's happy. We got a crazy lad out here, mid-minis. I'm watching 3 live streams right now. Whoa. Yeah, okay. If I had to pick 3 people, let's just say I was picking 3 people because I wasn't streaming. Red Ones Go Faster, shout out to the Git. Morty and Glory, shout out to the Git. And then you got Yark now, huh? Oh, we're gonna have to get stuck in now, boy. I see you guys coming. And then if I had to pick someone else, maybe like Winters SEO, even though he doesn't do those, but shout out to Winters. But I feel you. Let's get support. What's up? Yeah, guys, we got 3-minute countdown. 3-minute countdown. I'm wearing red for Red Ones Goes Faster, of course, since I think we all assume that we're about to get a speed boss right now, boys. Let's go. Whoa. Yeah. All right. Here we go. Let's go. I got another one. All right, everybody. So what can we assume? I think a lot of assumptions here are actually, of course, bikers, because of that little GW trailer when they were on the bikes. And they had the leather coat, so that's one. 2 would be Wazdakka. Most people assume Wazdakka is coming, also because of GW's reveals. We already know we got a war boss, which makes people assume that they'll give us more characters, right? So we got possibly weird boys getting stuck out here. Another thing is Mega Knobs. Mega Knobs, I think, are one of those kind of obvious ones. How much more interesting, alluring, as an adversary can there be than Mega Knobs, our versions of Terminators, or just Knobs as a whole? But we'll see what they come up with. So I know a lot of people are saying Bad Rook. You know what I really want, if we're going to be 100 here, is Uftak, right? We have a great Uftak models right now. He's released in Legends. I mean, he's relevant in lore. Like, come on, man. Let's get some Uftak on the table. So I really would like to see that. Yeah, and then Jenk saying, well, Mega Knob in the kill team, because that's what the leak was, right? So we'll see. People assume it might be a kill team. It might be the start edition box. Who knows? If we had to guess, let's see what you guys can chat and can guess. What are we going to think the start edition is going to be, right? Some knobs? So, and someone saying in the live chat also that it's delayed 30 minutes. We'll see about that. So we'll see about that. Either way, we got you guys, and no, you are not late. You are right when the Orky time decided to be here. Brought to you by Gork and Mork. Yeah, Uftak getting Unlegends would be hype. I mean, he's relevant in lore. I mean, he's a new cool model. They make books about him. I mean, you need a kind of face, and I know Gaz is like our big main bad, but he has books in conjunction alongside. I feel like he would make a good kind of background character that can maybe get in good fights and then lose to the Umis for the sake, quote unquote, of the Imperium being the big bad good guys. I'm talking about, because I'm thinking big picture, kids, right? If you're new here, welcome. I'm talking about big picture because us being the big bads going into this edition, GW having Amazon connections and possibly media, their Warhammer Plus, they actually put out a decent trailer again with Orks versus Sisters of Battle. Very good animation, right? I have Warhammer Plus access. I would generally say it sucks, but that was actually a really good looking, animation. So I mean, if we're the big bads right now, while GW is getting more and more popular as an IP, and you guys know it's getting more and more popular as an IP, that's the reason why I kind of feel like Uftak kind of guys would be dope and make sense. But we'll see about that. Either way, don't worry. When this starts, I'll throw it up on the screen for you gits. If you hear some audio or whatever, let me know. Like I said, I haven't done this before, but it'll be a fun time because right now is the way of the green, right? So I don't know who else we're going to see, though. I think there's obviously other factions are going to get cool stuff. Like a lot of people in my Discord were super excited about Yarick. People were talking about taking his head off and putting an orc head on there and making him a blood axe war boss. Oh, I'd love to see people do that. I think he's a little, runty, but hey, you never know. Shout out to the Bad Dog with 5 WAAAGH Tactic memberships. Whoa, let's go, you good. Thank you for being supportive. Appreciate that, you get. Of course, we're just here for the fun time and a long good time. So, of course, leave some more bosses and gazzes in chat for the get. And thank you very much. That's very, very kind of you. Of course, Bad Dog's a real dog for real. And of course, you guys know that we like to talk orcs here. That's all we do. What are you thinking? I was thinking new Meganobs with Terminators for the new edition of Space Hulk. Ooh, look, you got a brain boy here. He's stacking the layers of his ideas. Now, do I think that's likely? I don't know. I'd be, that would be surprising. That, which might be their angle. So I like that. I like that theory. You guys got some good theories in chat, of course, right? So yeah, we'll see what happens. Nah, we need a gas in chat for Mad Dog though. If you got the emotes. So what's going on here? I don't think it said it was 30 minutes delayed, guys. Don't worry, I have it up right here on screen. I'm not throwing it up yet until it's actually revealing anything, but not yet. Not yet. I don't know, but it's actually quite exciting as someone. I've been a little busy away, taking in the warp, whatever you guys say, and I've been seeing the content about orcs kind of showing up in my little feeds and such, and so I'm actually quite excited for people being excited for us. But I also think it encourages GW to keep supporting us throughout the edition as we are the main protagonist, hopefully. And I call it protagonist. Whatever. I'm excited. Whoa, let's go, you get so I'm pumped. You guys. I'm like, man, I need an excuse to get more models. I mean, I was freaking painting kill rigs and just random that I hadn't been using in a while. Like on my desk, I have a bunch of stuff, right? Here's a Squig Hog Bull. Here's a handful of Snagas. I'm saying I got breakers over here. Like, we got to get painting, right? So I'm like, okay, more stuff. I got to paint, right? You guys should be doing that too. If you're watching this and you're not painting, then you're probably working. So great job to you. Or you're busy, but trust me, you guys should be getting ready for that as the orc community. I look forward to it. But what are some other theories? Storm Boys kill team. I actually really like the current Storm Boys kits. I don't think the Storm Boys kit needs to go. Now, where could we go with something like Ludas? How obnoxious could they make Ludas look? I'd love an oof talk, but I know it won't happen. I'm just saying, like, in the Kodak next edition. I mean, he won't have a model. We won't know today. I'm just saying, I'm looking forward to next edition, him possibly being, I don't think so. But that picture though, whoa, yeah, that's how I feel, straight up. It started and went straight to technical difficulties. So they had immediately, I guess, failed with their mech boys. Not unexpected or not unlikely, right? We all remember when they had their audio mistakes. So interesting. At least we know that they don't pay attention to several things and with correctly with their correct attention they should. It says they're starting, but I am refreshing the page and I don't see it. So we'll see what happens when it shows up for me. Don't worry, I'm refreshing it though, and then I'll pop it up over here so you guys could take a look. I'm afraid to open 2 open boxes of war bikers. I really like my war bikers. I have them all done and such. I don't think they're really that bad looking models. They have fun little chains and such. I guess they're a little small if you really thought about it that much. So I don't think it's bad to do it because these are going to be expensive anyways. And let's say you want to run something like a speed wall, or we've seen what these are current speed wars or current cult of speed. You could run max bikers, for example. And some people are theorizing that 11th edition, of course, won't be a full reset. They're thinking, well, maybe we'll keep certain rules or types of codex styles and such, and then evolve. So I don't know. I think you should keep those, and I don't know about we'll find out today if you should open them or not. So I guess hold tight. But I think I would have liked them. The base ices could be a deal, right? We used to already had weird base ices before. So yeah, no, I totally understand that. Let me reset the stream. And of course, thank you a lot for that, Flynn. Whoa, $5 super chat from Mr. Flynn. Hey, boss, something's happening. Okay, let me see. I mean, I got it up here, dude. I don't see. Wait, we got dirt bags. Hold on, where you at? You get. Where Dirtbag at? I just got 18 bikes now, and they are new ones. Whoa! I don't know. Is that you mean like printed, or you got what the style is, or I don't know what I'm saying. But that's pretty dope. Well, shout out to you, 40K Derek. We got to do our collab. Now we actually have even more topics to talk about, right? So make sure you let me know what day we do that, because that's definitely what's going on. Don't worry, my schedule changed, more available, guys. We're gonna have a great time. With it says Twitch got the video up is the word Twitch. What the heck? New link. It's working on Twitch. All right, I got it up here. New link. Thank you to who said new link. Where you at, homie? That was a great job. Thank you to Burnen's Axe House because yes, it was actually on YouTube, but I didn't need access to a new link.
So, while we're just beginning, we'll get really into the meat of it in just a minute.
You guys can hear it.
Some news told to us today by the Warhammer community team back home.
You can turn it up.
They're making.
Oh, then he lost his audio, and I said, "Turn it up." Oh!
The blessings of the On This Side are upon us. Yeah. So, as I was saying, the guys back home in the Warhammer community team have launched a new YouTube channel, which is official Warhammer 40,000. The reason for this is we figured Warhammer 40,000 fans might like all of their Warhammer 40,000 videos, whether that's painting or lore or like previews like we're going to show you tonight, all in one place. So if you haven't already, go and give it a subscribe. Let's get those numbers up, and let's make sure there's one place you can go for all of your Warhammer 40,000 YouTube content. Make sense?
We'll see about that.
Is your mic working?
No, I will say I would like if they do a lot better with the Warhammer Plus. So
what's going to happen over the next 90 minutes or so is we're going to show you all these previews we talked about. There's going to be some great videos, some fantastic reveals. We'll get overexcited. We'll talk for slightly too long. And then at the end of the show, everybody who's stayed in the room with us and had this wonderful experience, they're going to go away with something super cool. More on that later.
Let's go. Oh, they're going to give it.
We're ready to kick this off. Beautiful. So, the first thing we're going to do is a tiny bit of a retrospective. We know this guy and we love him, and he returned to the Warhammer 40,000 universe. You've all seen Commissar Yarrick, right?
Okay, yeah, this one was Yarrick. You know, he's not a green skin that was natively or naturally.
Any moment now, he'll be massively on your screen. But I have a feeling the tech priests are currently applying unguents and blessed oil to the machine, so that
so they're pumping up the guard too, which I actually like that. You know, because if they're pumping up Yarrick, and he's gonna have multiple adversaries. He's gonna have the Space Marines that are his adversaries. He's gonna have Yarrick that's his adversary when he's going into the lore. So he has way more avenues to appear. He has way more avenues to actually get in fights, be more relevant to just like one story, for example. One thing I hated was.
So when I was a little boy and I read the stories of Commissar Yarrick and the infamous things he'd done on Armageddon, the epic defense of the Imperium, it really I did something to my little wannabe Imperial heart.
What I was saying,
so it's been really cool to see the reveal of that model on the return. And this heralds something that we're going to show you in a little more detail as the rest of this preview runs on.
We really want to look for that. I like
you around when Yarrick first debuted?
I
played a game and sent in my results through Whitehall.
Or was this for the Armageddon?
For the 2000 third war for Armageddon. You had a little form at the back of Whitehall, and you sent in the results. You said how your game went. One result.
Is anybody else in here old enough and long in the tooth enough that they participated in the Armageddon Global campaign? Awesome. So, me too. In fact, I already felt old when it happened. So, terrifying. I remember my original Yarrick had like a snippy crab claw. Any snippy crab claw Yarricks in the room? Just me? Yeah, of course there is. Beautiful. Right. So, let's get an update from the guys.
Chat saying at least turn them down a little bit. Maybe it's crossing over and messing up with audio. Sorry about that, guys. Make sure you let me know. Like I said, I haven't done this before. If we see some green skins on screen, I'll put them up, right? This guy was telling me his childhood story, so I get it. You guys are right. All right. Let's see what's going on. Man, how the heck are the same audio issues at AdeptiCon as they had last stream? I don't know. I guess they didn't upgrade the Bane boy, the Big Neck. So what did I miss? Warhammer Strike told me Orks were gonna be the new starter kit. Yarrick and the Steel Legion coming back. I can't afford all this. Well, I don't think the Steel Legion is coming back. Absolutely not. I think that's Fort Creek, and then they'll tell you it's painting like Steel Legion. As for Yarrick, I think Yarrick's gonna be great for us. There's 7 more issues. Making pictures. Questions?
I didn't hear the question. I'm not answering. Oh, right. Well, there is actually really great lore behind that.
Battleforce.
15 minutes will tell you about it.
Oh, that's a terrible take by him. All right, as I was alluding to, though, that them having they take lore very much into consideration. Of course, they sell books, you know, and as I said, they're going to be selling more of the IP, right? Not necessarily selling it away, utilizing it more to make more money. Yeah, so when the other guy gets back and they actually do their thing and we can actually get something out of them talking, then, you know, we'll keep them up. So let's see. Let's see what else. I think I have something open over here. All right. All right. All right, we're good now, guys. They show Steel Legion. What? They show Steel Legion stuff. Hold on, who said that? What? No way. Is it just normal stuff? That was Commissar Yarrick again. I'm just following. Someone said in the chat, and we got time. It looks like we got time. All right, going slow here. This was Yarrick. Yeah, this is the Yarrick peak. And this right here, is this the Steel Legion? Steel yourself. They're coming. Oh, really? Really? They're coming out with Steel Legion stuff. It must be a kill team. The A was a Steel Legion stuff. Interesting. Steal yourself. Okay, play on words. Okay. They can't get this right. I can't get this right. We don't have enough Big Macs in this world, I guess, huh? Something wrong with your mixer. What? Yeah, I rewind. I got it up. So look at this is what people are talking about. This is the Steel Legion peak. So what? We're thinking we're getting the Steel Legion kind of pick? Like Steel Legion going on and like a kill team? What would Steel Legion? Okay, you guys tell me. Maybe this is where I lack in lore. What would Steel Legion bring that Deathcore Krieg doesn't already bring or better? I know they have like vehicles and stuff, but they're just showing infantrymen. You know, I'm wondering what are they gonna do it here, right? Oh, and they got pictures of the guns, so a little more. Okay, guns. There's different fire. Okay, different rifles. Bayonet. Let's go. You always need the bayonet on all your rifles. That's proper Orc move. You need that. Orc hunter kill team would be sick. Yeah, that would be actually kind of interesting. All right, don't worry. I had a full Tempestus Scions army. I still have most of it actually. I know I said I had. So I gave up all of my Astra Militarum because I used to have Astra Militarum as a faction also. So I had Nids, Astra Militarum, Orks, a ton of them, and I was like, all right, I got too much stuff. So yeah, I don't have those all the other guard stuff I had. Let's see what's going on here live though. So almost done. Let me guess they're sucking. All right, looks like they failed. They're showing the Steel Legion trailer again now. Really? Oh, perfect. Oh, okay, a little bayonet. That. They had little bludgeoning weapons as well. They have stuff with like a nail through it. Chat on this as well. Look at he's like, oh no, they came back to me and I wasn't ready. I feel you, dog. I feel you. Don't worry. We expected this of you. not of him, but of GW. I swear, like if we put up a poll, I bet you people would say like, "No, we expected that. We expected that." So doing it the show. Let me go back. They do look a lot like the Kurg fellas, but they do have. I know that they're different as how they fight. I know they're more like tank warfare based, but I guess. Hold on, let's see if it comes back up. Nope, went back to our homie. We don't see you, bro. Okay, here it goes. All right. More grenades. Chest plates of armor, or chest armor plating, kind of similar, but they have different insignias. And then their shin pauldron, whatever they're called, shin guards and such are different. Different helmets as well. Definitely more of a pointy look. And then that little communicator coming out the side. Kind of like a... All right, rifles. A little more like carbine, smaller. All right. Here we go. So they have more different mauling weapons. We don't not see a shovel. No legendary Jedi shovel Steel Legion guys here. But we do have giant Bowie knives and clubs. And then, of course, the chain swords. So that's, I like that. More Mr. Crumb. And it says right there in the top, Armageddon Steel Legion merchandise infantry. Okay, so we'll see about that. Spoke too soon. Here we go. More looks of their infantrymen. They don't look like hunters. Would you take those communicators as like hunter, like to give that they call hunt the orcs? I don't know about that. Maybe though. Technical. What? Goodness. They straight up bailed, boys. They straight up dropped. Goodness. All right. Whatever. We'll leave it there for a second in the background. Let's see what the guys chat got to say. So we're trying to get pumped up here, and you know, our wall energy gets going, and then our, you know, it's almost like the people we kind of crump just keep getting away from us. We're just waiting for the how this is going. Now, okay, I didn't even understand, like I was saying, yeah. Orcs gonna be the new starter kit? Yeah, of course. Always a starter kit comes with the start of that edition. And you, of course, you have like the edition box set, which is generally the best value as well. So yeah, we look forward to that. Let's see. Look a lot right here. Look a lot like the Krieg fellers. You wrote that. Go back. Let's go new tanks. Switch. Unpause your video. They're still going. All right. Let's see. Don't worry, I'll fix it right now. I just took it off the screen so you guys don't gotta see it as I fix it.
Right now is none other than the herald of the speed war, Wazdakka.
No. Whoa! Yeah! Let's get it. Whoa! Wazdakka, you gets meet the speed freak war boss. Whoa! We knew it. Let's go. Excellent paint job. Very different, unique look. He has definitely a fun yet aggressive look to him as well. There was a little grit right on the side. Fix it. Their audio shut off, so it's literally me because I have it on for you guys want to hear me. Can't. Coming out the back, that actually comes with them. That actually like affect fire. Goodness, a lot of different kind of effects coming off them. Excellent leather jacket. I absolutely love that Speed Freaks logo around the back. Man, awesome. Great. Okay, banner back. They brought a banner back, and he has good horns on him as well. Love that. Great job. Of course, some people are not going to like, you know, the tactical rock. I will say that, right? Let me just be obvious. Just not that I'm being negative. I just know some people don't want the tactical rock on Wazdakka. I do think that's a bit odd, but it ultimately is a great sculpt. Whoa! I don't know what this. Okay, they brought something out for him to crump. Yes. Whoa! Anyways, just kept it up. All right, sorry guys if I blew up your ears. I did try to move away from the mic. So let me go back to Wazdakka because no offense, I'm not that excited about the guardsmen nearly as much. I'll go back. New guard tanks look great. They do. No, they do. Don't get me wrong. We're gonna watch the guard parts as well. And their audio's off. I don't know if it's just for me, but their audio's off. I have it on. I just want to look up. Here we go. Nice. Multiple looks straight up. Excellent job on the leather jacket. His Gatling cannon. I was wondering what his actual battle cannon, Gatling cannon, whatever you want to call it, you know, Daka cannon. We know it's a Daka cannon, but I was wondering if it was going to be on the side, mounted. Would it make him look too much like the Death Killer War Trike? You know, I didn't really know where they were going to take this, and I actually like it. They have it still keeps its slender look, but just gonna say it gives me a little bit of like a Ghost Rider-esque type of feel, right? The tactical rock takes that away, but if you just kind of take the tactical rock away and give it a second look, right, it kind of gives you that Ghost Rider feel where it still has its aggressive kind of nature, imposing, big, right? He still has the skulls on the side of on the front. Great banner on the back. Of course, I like a little bit bigger banner, but in the reality, you know, if you're me, you probably break the banner off. So can't be too big because then you're messing them up. Oh, excellent Look at that ammo belt coming off the side. Oh, that's fantastic. I love that. He also looks quite big, right? So I was wondering, is he going to be like obnoxiously large like the trike? That base does look a little bit large though, right? Yes, we have read his lore. We talked about it. And yeah, he actually took down a Titan. He's excellent at taking out vehicles, supposedly. Interesting power claw, right? Interesting look on his power claw. It's a little bit more like a Gaz. It has the tri claw, right, coming off at the top as well, and then 2 at the bottom. So it's actually a different power claw than we typically ever see. I wonder if I can get a different look at that. Oh, I left the guardsman. Okay, they're still showing guard stuff. Okay, cool guard stuff. Don't get me wrong. If you guys want me to look more at the guard stuff, I can look at the guard stuff. But I'm just trying to look at Wazdakka right now. To be fair. I'll still go over guard stuff in a little bit, but there's still. Okay, let's see. This was a little bit closer shot. Don't mess it up. Yeah. All right. That's what I'm talking about. Still great skulls on the side coming off of it. Battling cannon. There's Fix It hanging off on the side of him. And then, like I said, see, you can see at the top of this. So the claw is actually like a 5-digit claw, right? 3 from the top, then 2 from the bottom. Everybody knows the typical kind of war boss or power claw, right, on your knob, for example. And then we see even Zagra and the Snagas have different kind of power snappers. So his is even more unique, which is freaking awesome. I think that 5 kind of claw is quite imposing to you old gits, right? Tremors, remember that movie, right? That's what that kind of reminds me of. Is there orc stuff being shown? Yeah, they could. That would be a great convert. Okay, just speaking of, we don't know if we're gonna get new trucks this edition, but this would be an excellent conversion for your orc truck. You know what I'm saying? Back to the old days when we can actually put our gits in the back of it, even more in a more squared off position and kind of stack multiple bodies on it for your SWAT teams, for example. So this would be a great looted truck, for example, right? You guys are with me on that. This is to another orc, release in that sense. So I guess we have that going for us. So here's a looted truck. Commissar Graves, I actually don't know who that is. I know Commissar Yarick, and then of course in the books as well, we got Commissar. I'm actually having a brain fart just because I'm live on stream. But the one who's always scared, yet acts like he's brave. I'm having a brain. I can't remember what he is. So we got good looted people to get up in here, right? So all my death call gets there, just thinking about how they're going to actually loot this get. I like in your souls. I tell you now. Okay, I heard the audio's back. See, there was audio, and then it got. I think their audio is just completely low. All right, you guys tell me if on your ends. I don't know if you're watching on the stream. Kyvis King, thank you, my get. Yes, and actually, yeah, I have all the books on Audible, so it's just funny that I heard them all. So here we go. There's Doc. What? Orc daggers? Where you been? You get whoa for orc daggers. That's the green skin right there. Sorry, here's some sisters and such. Like I said, guys, you want me to go back to Wazdakka? I can. If you want me to leave this on, that way we could just see the orc stuff as soon as it comes out. I'm cool with that too. Don't worry, I'm gonna go back to all the orc models anyways and stare at them for a while. Yeah, all models are orc models. Absolutely. Tactical rock equals a base attached to for a pose. I don't know. Yeah, pretty much a tactical rock is just there to make it look like they're more cunning and fast. So I am interested to see how many people actually utilize your tactical rock. Man, if I could, I'd put a poll out. Should I put a poll out? Poll. Okay, good. It's not just here. The audio sucks. Well, aren't you glad you're here? Maybe leave a like if I do a good job. If I don't, it's fine. It's the first time I ever did this, so I don't deserve it then. But speaking of, that means that you're not missing out on nothing if you're here with me, you get. But I do feel like I'm excited for it. So let's get right. Let's see audio. Let's see if we can get a poll up here. What's a fun poll we could do? If here we go, if people were saying, how do you guys feel about? No, that was too obvious. I know all you guys love Wazdakka. I'm about to just go back to Wazdakka, dude. Sorry, I don't really care about that. No offense. Anybody like Sage or Sigmar? That's cool. I got a beast of I got the ogre guys, but Here we are. Yeah, that's fantastic. Very excited for this guy. He is the proper, at least from what we can tell, he is the proper proportion sizes for a green skin war boss that you want to see. I do, as someone who plays Cult of Speed, loves Evil Sons, got all that going for, the trikes are too big, and I have the old war boss on Warbiker, and he's more like a Twinkie shape. You know what I'm saying? On his base. So they changed his base size. Looks quite large. And he should be quite large himself too, since he's a Titan killer according to the lore. Awesome. Looking fantastic. Oh, and it's more like a flayed banner out, right? Where it has multiple little banners and then one straight out the middle. The best. Love that. No. Go back to the snack. Oh, what's in the background? Those are not new models in the background, right? Yeah, no new bikers. Exactly, right? There we go. You're seeing the two. All right, here you can see I don't see any new bikers here. There's a straight up battle wagon, old school Def Dread, no upgraded Def Dread. These are normal bikers that we got right now that are just painted up. So to the earlier to our Flynn, our Git, right? Who's asking, well, I got some boxes that I don't know if I want to open. Well, it looks like you can open them. Huh? I mean, they're showing off the old ones. So, I mean, I see nothing wrong with it. It looks, I think, like as we assumed. What else they got? Anything else? The Orky? Some Age of Sigmar stuff. Okay, they got Return of Yarick. Yeah, all of this a Return of Yarick series, which means, come on, you have to be all green skin combat. Armageddon combat, Battle Force box, armored. Okay, so is the Orc one gonna have like a heavy armor to it? Oh, I don't know. Oh, no. Let's see. My heavy armor, Mega Knobs. All right. I'll calm down. I'll calm down. It's not even a green skin yet. They're just painted green. They're just painted green. You guys with me with that on Wazdakka though? That's freaking awesome. I can't wait, man. That's a huge improvement, even on the old war boss on Warbiker model. Huge improvement. It's more like what a trike, was pretty much pretending to be. Wazdakka looks fantastic. I don't even want to try to give it any criticism right now. The tactical rock is the closest thing I could give to criticism. Little acting like a little glazer out here. Yeah, Wazdakka. What's going on here? Oh, let's go, Orc box. Whoa, we got a battalion of orcs. Let's see what we got. We got bikers, a trike, and a buggy. So there's 6 bikers. Oh, Cult of Speed lovers. Let's go. For those people who are trying to collect Cult of Speed. Boomdaka snaz. Oh. What else we got? Another Armageddon boss? No, I kind of okay. See if I'm missing anything. I was looking at the art in the background because you never know what they reveal in the background art on the orc stuff. So what is that? A battalion? So is this like a new way to collect kind of vehicles and stuff? So this could end up being really good or really not worth it, right? The thing is that we did have these guys in a battle force box, so a good amount of people got some of them. So maybe some people want to double down or finish off the collection of them. I know it took me a while to assemble them. Shout out to my gear, Kevin. But it was hard to get them all on, in hand and then put them together and get them finished. So I wonder if people are going to push for that. Like I said, if we don't know how much things are going to change, are they going to redefine the codex and kind of translate some of those rules over and not really change stuff too much, and somehow we still retain a Cult of Speed Evil Sons detachment? This could be cool in that case. If not, for me personally, of course, I already have all this stuff duplicated, but that's just me, right? A very, very minority of people. Orcs will take a long time to collect. So I think it's an all right box. Maybe like a 7. They're pretty good. 7, overall. Death Copter's generally pretty good value. They look really cool. They're newer models, so they're going to last a while. A trike on its own, it's pretty cool to just have kind of like a bigger, especially if you're playing like a Coliseum, you're a newer person and you fit him on the list, that could be fine. And then buggies always just look sick, and we have no idea what the future holds. They might become the best little tank vehicles in the game. Who knows, right? I heard they're going back to formations. I heard that as a, possibility and like what people desired. So, but like you said, that kind of alludes more to the battalion wording down here, right at the bottom. Oh, you're in the way. Sorry, let me move you. The battalion wording at the bottom of this box, it says battalion. What he means by formations, if you didn't play prior editions of 40K, just to summarize it, is if you wanted to play a detachment of a spearhead, let's say if you wanted, just to make it more simple, if you wanted to play something fast, there's a fast detachment, and you could take up to 6 of a fast style unit. So just think of your cult of speed and just imagine you could only take 6 of that style of unit, but the normal was only about 2 to 3 of a certain type of unit. For example, if you wanted to play a heavy armored detachment, then you had to have there were 6 slots available in that one. So if you want to play a bunch of Lehman Russes, but then your other slots were smaller, so you couldn't also spam 6 infantry, elite infantry units, right? So you couldn't do 3 Scions and 3 Khazarkins. You couldn't do that in certain editions. Mostly speaking from 8th, I didn't play 7th. So, their formations kind of helped people with the spamming of certain stuff that you couldn't get so much. And that would make more sense for this formation, right? If you were playing a speed detachment or formation, then you would put 6 Skoptas would take up 2 slots. Buggy would take up 1, and then your trike would take up 1 as the HQ or the leader, quote unquote, warlord. And then in that case, you would have at least a small formation and maybe equal 500 points, right? So that was a good observation and thing to assume too. Thanks for letting me really kind of unpack that, because yeah, that was a good point. So that's what I think. And then here's some Space Marines, some Death Watch, some guys with bad audio.
He is reborn. We have depicted Mephiston amidst the battle-damaged environment.
Can we loot them? That's all I'm looking at. Whenever I'm looking at this stuff, I'm like, can we loot them? Oh, okay. I actually did have a Blood Angels force for a little bit. It wasn't my thing. If you like them, totally cool. I get it. I guess I'm not really a vampire person, right? If you were one of those kids growing up and you watched Underworld movie and he was like vampire versus werewolves, I was always kind of werewolf side. Like, you know what I'm saying? That was more my thing. As for his look, fantastic. Love the book on his side, reminding us of his psychic powers. The glow coming out of his hand is more like a bloody magic, which is way more the style of Blood Angels, and his sword looks much better. They're actually pronouncing his teeth and his more animalistic type face. So that was a great sculpt. So what is this? Is it supposed to be like a statue or like a model? It's more like a portrait. I don't have this on.
He is a figure of awe within the Blood Angels chapter. Make him a figure of awe upon your shelf.
It's on your shelf, big boy. Limited. Okay, 1/6 scale limited statue. Okay, cool. Yeah, that some little helmets, some more audio problems. I'll turn them down. People were telling. I'm glad you guys told me you didn't want the audio that much, because it helps me easier to manage stuff anyways. Is the bike boss new? I think I've seen it. He was a thing that existed in prior editions. Oh, right here. What is this? We missed a little something. Did we?
Thus our lives, so be it.
Is that it?
Ladies and gentlemen, we are returning to Armageddon.
So that was the intro to technical difficulties when they alluded to it. All right, I missed nothing. Awesome. Just showing him off more. And then, like I said, the battalion box, that was all right. Let's see what more orc stuff we got.
Definitely, unless we're done with the preview and scout it all out. And
I believe that helmet is available to pre-order tonight.
We're just telling you more about random little stuff. It's not 5 Coptas, it's 6. It's definitely 6. Oh. We got a weird boy on the way. Is that what we're thinking? Okay, boys, let's go. Where are the new orcs, bro? They did show. We got here some flyers. I did show again Wazdakka so far. We got Wazdakka right off the rip. So they started off with orcs, so they're trying to keep us here and keep our attention for sure. We got some flyer stuff, but they don't look like orc flyers. Those actually have like proper, proportions and shapes, which means they don't work that well. So, typical Humi mechs look like to me. We all know those kind of aren't that good. So, see, that's even worse. It's a pointy ear. Oh God. Oh, disgusting. Oh, look at the shiny equal proportions and sleek, slender look. Disgusting. Whoa! All right, sorry, I may want to crump it right away. I guess it kind of just froze up here for its own sake. Let me take it off, refresh, and then put it back. It'll be fine. What are you guys excited about that you've seen so far? So it looks like it is a little frozen for a second. The people are saying, but then it comes back and then it goes. Their chat is so bombing them right now. See, this is what I got now. So not too much. I will say the animation is significantly better than it used to be in some of their Warhammer Plus stuff. So Warhammer TV, I mean, I guess. Dropping a whole animation, then getting rid of them the same year would be a very GW thing. Whole aircraft animation, right? Nah, you're right. If they show us with aircrafts, but then you can't actually use them in the game, you know, do people actually want flyers? Do you guys really want flyers in the game? I do wonder. Sometimes I'm like, man, there could be. I have flyers. I got 5. So, I mean, I would be down to use it, but, you know, are we really going to, is that going to happen? I don't know. But as the comment saying, it'd be very GW to show it to us and then take it away. All right, they're back with their stuff. And they slowed their chat because they were getting bombed by chat with what was going on with them. All right, they're still stuck in. You know, it's interesting for us to go through this because we're going through this while they're having a hard time going through it. Oh, they're showing kill team. Mega Nubs. You wanna? No. Let's see. Okay, more guard stuff.
We've fought Tyranids before. They're tough.
They're talking about
But they
Tyranids.
drop if you know where to shoot.
Oh, they're talking about Tyranids.
We thought we were ready.
All right.
We were wrong.
Shout out to the buggy boys, I guess. Yeah, someone said weak. It's messed up, you guys. Let the Nids have a little bit of some, you know, poor guys. But it's definitely not a green screen, so I mean that's not exciting. I did think maybe it'd be like a work hunting kill team, but they're just showing.
I think we're done. Right, I'm going to talk as if we're.
I had to mute him. All right. Shout out to them for getting that. What do you think Wazdakka's abilities will be? Oh, that's a good question, man. The thing is, I don't want it to be the same kind of samey stuff we're getting this edition. So we really got to brainstorm it. I'd appreciate something like an aura ability and retaining a +1 to hit on himself. He needs to definitely be able to destroy vehicles or at least very much hurt them. Definitely, he needs more attacks, and he should be definitely quite fast. So if they take the auto exact 6 away from the trike and give it to him, that'd be interesting. Make him even continuously go faster. He always does. He cancels out assault and just counts as a normal move for him. Not sure. I don't know where we're gonna go with next edition, but he definitely needs to be fast. He definitely needs to hit hard. Right? I don't need him necessarily to be that tough. Still just a biker war boss. But he should at least be somewhat lore appropriate to match his identity, which is he hits hard and he's red, so he goes fast. Okay, very fast. He should be very fast as a speed boss. So I want his buffs to make his units fast. Oh my god, why are they getting such terrible? Dude, they just keep freezing you guys. Look at them. All right, GW, just keep it up, man, whatever you're doing. So, yeah, I'd like abilities. So I want people to be like +2 to move within range of him if you're like mounted or a speed freak type of unit, or an aura buff of -1 to hit, even like a stealth. So what? They just turned that off. Stream ended. What? Did they just end their stream, you guys? Is that what just happened to them? Yeah. The stream just completely went kapoop. Yeah. What? Yeah, you got okay. Stream straight up crashed. All right, then, guys, we're here together, I guess. Just existing, just enjoying it. Just dump me into your stream. Welcome to the Great Wall. War for the Greenskins. Welcome to all the gits who are here. Well, welcome to the Great Wall. This is the one and only Wall Tactics community. We're here for the Greenskins live. Well, either way, if you're here, you can leave. If you're not into Orks that much, I understand. But if you are liking the Greenskins, take a look again at our boy Wazdakka, right? Excellent model that he came out with as we wait for GW come back to life. Boom. We need to bring more banners back, right? Bring the banners back for the greenskins. A little dramatic on the effects coming out the back, which I do appreciate. They have built in, because, you know, nowadays people have printers, so they can like print that kind of stuff. The effects coming out the back, the back blast of the exhaust is fantastic to actually be as of detail. So I love that. We should retain that and keep that going. But as for the tactical rock, you guys let me know. You guys into the tactical rocks? I don't know about that, right? But here we are. So he also has Fix It on the side of it. One model, it's all Imperium as usual. No. Remember, those Imperium models, quote unquote, are just gets that are getting looted anyways. Whoa! All right. Their Twitch stream is up. Let me close this out for a second. Nah, guys, I know they're saying mostly just the Imperium stuff. Of course, they do put forward, but I think it's because they're gonna have like a whole section for Orks, and I think they just showed Orks right there to, you know, kind of appear to us like, oh look, we did remember you guys. Here we go. They brought it back. We're back, and they're showing guard again. Even though I was telling us about greenskins, it's fine. Hey, don't worry, you're here. Be a greenskin here. It's all good. We'll get there. And I do think that they will actually, you know, I do think that they actually will be getting their buffs here to the Orks. And I think we're gonna have a whole Orc section. They have no audio again. They're so bad at this, and they're just replaying the Tyranid kill team thing, I guess. Oh, okay. What are we saying? I love the exhaust cloud and dust. I don't like that it takes up so much real estate on the base that its actual model is sticking out over the base rim in the front. Exactly. That's what I was saying. And it is a bit, you know, heavy. I don't know if we can go back, if they're even gonna have that. They're probably not, because they just started the stream. We can't go back to him, or I would just show him again. But as Zach was saying, it's the tactical rock with the actual back blast makes him quite far out, and he does kind of tip over the front of the base. You could maybe adjust a little bit with positioning. Man, if you don't give him the tactical rock, what do you give him, right? So it's like, all right. And then they're back on the GW. So Orc model looks easy to break. Definitely on his base with the tactical rock, that looks easy to break. You're right. I would agree with that. Typically, my Orc models are known for being super tough. Just the other day, I was playing in a local game store, and I kept dropping my Orc models on the table for some reason. And I was playing the new Buddha detachment, and the guy was like, "Oh!" And I was like, "No worry, it's an Orc. It's fine." And it didn't break. The banners break though, but it didn't break. They're still showing us the Red Terror. Is this just all we're kind of seeing here? It kind of looks like a Trigon. Oh, Red Terror. That is the Tyranid epic character. They're like named, you know, they're named Nemesis. They're named Lictor. You know what I'm saying? So that's cool. He does look like a little Trigon, right? He looks like right in the middle of a Trigon and a Lictor in a weird way. I think he looks sick. I do. That's definitely a cool look. They at least he's he doesn't have a tactical rock, but hey, he's on some rocks, I guess, some statue bases. Someone said he looks like the Trigon from 25 years ago. Okay. And then he comes in a kill team box. I think that would be exciting if you're playing kill team, to be honest. Like I said, I do have a Tyranid army over here on my side and such. And so shout out to the Tyranids for that. So shout out to everybody that wants that Red Terror. Okay, look at that size proportion. That's gonna be a good. That's good for crumping, boys. Someone's gonna. So here's what we're gonna do. Someone's gonna get that model, depending on his base size, how big he actually is. And we're gonna turn him to a beast boss on Stegosaur proxy. So we're gonna put an Orc mounted on top of the Red Terror, and then he's gonna be one of our mounted characters is gonna be riding him. Yeah, that's fun. See what I mean? Every Orc model that comes out is every model that comes out is an Orc model. Look at that. He's already in position to be mounted. All right, that sounds terrible. All right, I didn't say that. But just move on. Whatever. All right, so we have the Archivist. I can remember that. You feel like a little back in the day, kind of like a rogue player, having all that work with Leagues of Legends. And someone in chat.
Also coming back from Blackstone Fortress, we have another returning Nemesis operative.
You got a Zygo, Zo. Hey, Zo. Your mic is good. You're getting funky. No, I'm just kidding. All right, thanks. Trying to make sure I touch an amble. What is this? Let's go. What are we gonna make these? Okay. What I appreciate about that's a subterranean monster. That okay. If we get more monster-esque kind of stuff in 40K, which I'm definitely for. I would like, what if we get squig beasts kind of, I'm looking for squig beast guys, right? So what I mean by that is, you know, they have chaos spawn and kind of, you know, beast style of models. I think Orcs should have that for squigs. Maybe this guy could end up looking like that. If not, I like to see these things on the other side of the battlefield and crump them. But what faction would they belong to? Like someone saying in chat, as new soup allies. Okay, soup allies usually means, guys, it's that you're mixing your army up with like secondary freelance style of guys, armies or such. So yeah, we'll see. Or factions. Now they got Horus Heresy. New tanks to loot right away. Yeah. Giving a giant squig like an AOS. All right, they got a new battle wagon to show off for us kids. All right, how you guys feeling about this battle wagon? It is the Bad Moon's color. All right, my boys are feeling it. All right, the boys are feeling it. Shout out to the chat. Nice. Okay, all right. There's plenty of DACA on here. Fantastic. Like the battle wagon, big shooters on the side already built in for us. Love it. Thank you. Oh, letting the boys get out at the back. All right, the boys usually like to get out, you know, the sides because they can't wait. But yeah, that's all right. Not enough gubbins on the side. Some of the boys were saying around here. I feel you on that. We'll see. What I would like to see if Orcs get some kind of tanks back, like rot tanks, battle fortress. I love the Chinook Copta. I don't think we're gonna be getting something like that right now, but hey, it is what it is. Not nearly enough DACA. I appreciate that. Ugly Imperial agents.
Yeah, absolutely. Of course, this isn't the only
all
thing
right.
that's coming
So, yeah.
to Horus Heresy. There's also
I do appreciate 30K for the most part. Gets that play so like an hour.
So here you can see rendered in plastic for the first
time. We still have a while for the stream, guys. This is gonna be a long one, most likely, because they put back so many times and fell apart. So thank you for getting to our here. If you do a good job. Okay, we got Ogren sections. What would these be? Funky bully boys, if you want them to be. They're a bit more like funky, like fat looking to me. I personally don't think I would use them. They look a little fun, little fat dudes. No, shout out to the fat dudes. I'm not saying nothing about that. I'm just saying that's what it kind of reminds me of. It's like a League of Voltan guy just got a hold of Popeye spinach and they just got a little too big. You know, other than that, yeah, they could be Meganoms. Maybe they might be too small for the new Meganoms though, right? Next to each other, they look like they're okay, but they look too small. They look like they're wearing jump like hazardous suits. So yeah, they definitely. Can I go back on that? I don't mean to be bogus. No, I'm just gonna say it. At first glance. You know, no, I'm not gonna say that. Just this isn't the only thing. Not my style. It's okay. Not everything 30K is unique to 30K, right? Let them have what they think is cool. Do you think they'll show more orcs first? What do you mean first? I don't know about first. I think they're going to have just a big fat section of orcs. If you mean first, as into the next part when they get back in the 40K, I think there's a chance that when they're done with this 30K section, they'll start showing orcs. But then they did show that little like fighter thing with the Eldar, so you know maybe there's an Eldar release. You know, Eldar people are really those 20-year gets right now are really hoping to get new stuff, and if they do, that'd be fun for them. The 11 teaser reveal for sure be the last thing they do. Yeah, but I feel like they can show at least another orc thing. Like they can't show no orc stuff, right? I like the idea of making those mech guns. All right, I'm here for that. Are they big enough? But if they are, but those would be awesome mech guns. You're right, because there's a grot inside of them. Now we do have a grot inside of our current mech gun, but he's more like a spotter grot, not like utilizing the weapon. So yeah, this would be a pretty cool little mech gun for sure. Those are great for adding. You can mount your Death Dread on this, and then he would look like, say that you had a DACA Death Dread, you can mount him on top of this, like his top torso. Instead of having those stubby legs and act like he's like a tracked vehicle or a killer can going out of there. That's a good point. Great for making cans or Death Dreads, or if they make little if they make Grot takes come back. Chungus and Mega Armor. Yeah. I don't like the look of them. They don't look tough enough to be mans. Yeah, I don't think they're good Mega Knights.
Some of these things,
for sure. What is chat
you won't
saying?
find inside
I like that Def Dread idea. Hey, yeah, no, this is a
There is a new
community
general
idea.
tactica on the way.
The Battle of Talon Part 1.
Yeah, I think we're gonna get stuff from the trailer, you guys. I think they're gonna be showing the 11th edition, and yeah, there's a good chance it comes more near the end. So we're here for a long time this time, boys, not a good time only. So with the showing off 30K, nothing green, a little bit of stuff we can loot there. Always nice to see what we got on the back boys can mess with and kind of loot up some more. So great job to GW to giving us more loot. We appreciate that. We'll be sure to knock each other's teeth out to get the loot. So where is he going now? Underworlds. So I didn't never played Underworld.
On your screen right now,
What I played, man, I just had a brain fart on what I played. It's like the Age of Sigmar style of kill team, kind of. But I play a little bit of that for those too. So I have played other styles of GW stuff. Typically, I look at it more for just cool models. So I mean, if you're into the models, that's fantastic. Definitely have great stuff to paint that in Age of Sigmar. Yeah. So what's going on here? I have to show you the Def Dread Pinks. I seen you. You have a great gas, by the way. I seen. They're consistently show Stampas everywhere. Yeah, dude, you're catching that too, right? And the Stampas have to be saying something like they're gonna give us a new Stampa. I don't know. I think the Stampa is still an okay kit. He may be a little bit too, Chungasian skirt like for some people. His actual instruction book is pretty trash. So maybe they re-release his kit. That's a part of the announcement. That would not take a lot of rework for them. So there is a chance that maybe they somehow get some Stampas to be a part of this reveal in the way people aren't thinking about it. Like chat right now is starting to say custom Stampas. Yeah, maybe they give you a kit where you can have different looking Stampas. Maybe one's more of an effigy of Gork and one's more of an effigy of Mork. So there are ways that they could actually change them out to make one maybe more combat-like and one more DACA-like. Back in the day, they had more those as just profiles you would pick on your Stampa style thing. So yeah, maybe they could come out with a Stampa style box, and maybe they slender him up a little bit so that he can move through terrain a little better as well. So no Stampa with aprons. Well, that's because the boys like to just fall out the sides. So I get it why you don't like it, but it also is kind of the orc look. Maybe a little too skirt like for us though. But they can't make it like swole though, right? They can't make it like they can't do that. Okay, cutting to Middle Earth. I mean, I've seen the extended edition leagues of Lord of the Rings recently, so that's cool. Whatever. I never played the game, and there's nothing here for me to loot, so that's not too exciting for me in that way. I'll just mute chat real quick. Mute chat, mute up, GW. All right, so Underworlds was Necromunda. Necromunda always looked kind of cool, but way too much layers to it to really try to play. They should give new Stampa, like new Defilers. Yeah, I think after we're getting through all this stuff, I think we're getting closer and closer to the 11th edition stuff. Underworld, are you certain they aren't done with 40K announcements? So the reason we're so somewhat relatively confident that GW is going to show more because in the past at AdeptiCon they did their largest reveals, which when they would show off the upcoming edition start collection boxes, and trailers and such. So there's a good chance that they're going to repeat that since it was successful and it's a good platform and there's a lot of stuff going on. I mean, the fact that their streams are crashing currently in real time is kind of a sign for that. Now they probably somewhat prepared for it, but I doubt that, we've all worked for the man before, and we all know that sometimes the man, you tell him what you need to get the job done, he doesn't want to put out the money for the hardware, and might be a chance that they said, well, we don't really do streams like this that many times a year, so they failed and had to kind of come back out and come up with the big guns. So who knows? Or they didn't pay someone to do it. Who knows? But I do think GW is going to still show more 40K stuff. I think they it's kind of like eating your vegetables, at dinner. You kind of got to eat those in the middle of your meal, right? You eat something you like a little bit in the beginning, and you taste it, and then you eat the veggies. This is kind of what Lord of the Rings is right now. It's still important to a degree, but gotta get through it. right now at AdeptiCon before we get to the greenskins, in my opinion. So I'm not sure, but I think that they're going to show it, and maybe a little bit more towards the end. They did give us a nice little bait right there, like, come here, greenskins. Wazdakka. Didn't get it yet. Almost got it. Right. That's how it felt right there. They showed Wazdakka and then they haven't showed anything else Orc related. So I'd like to see something here. I know, but I mean, we can't be impatient. We're in for a while, but we're definitely going to get a lot. You know, imagine the Eldar guys. Where the Eldar guys, I heard in the back, you know, somewhere in the Great Warp, where the Eldar people are like, man, it's our time, guys. We might actually get something. Okay, I don't know if they sound like that, but sorry to you guys if you're new here. Whoa! All right, so either way, I'm sure they're very anxious or eager to see what they're going to get to. So it's just a fun time. It's an exciting time. I know I was a little extra happy at work today. I know a lot of you guys are too. And yeah, the 11th edition still has to come. So what's going on, everybody else? What us up to chat? We got a good amount of gets in chat. What's up if you're new? Welcome to the Great Wall. If you're not, leave a like because we love you. Whoa! Oh, what's up, Mad Dog? Oh, Bad Dog always got something great to say. The Bad Dog. Make sure to drop a like. Now, thank you, dude. You deserve a like if I can give you one. Great love. Thanks for the support. He said, we got Rick B said, I wouldn't have thought Astra would be the winner. I think they're just starting off because I think when Astra Militarum wins, the Imperium as a whole feels like they kind of win. Where they're like, yeah, those are our boys. Like, you know, they can get some stuff. So it could be to kind of appease the Imperium people and as a whole, because if you start off with just Space Marines, everyone's going to be like, Space Marines, right? So we'll see what's going on with that. But thank you for the $2 super chat. That's great love right there. And then they move to the Age of Sigmar. So I have the Beastclaw Raiders, the ones that are running eternally from the Great Storm. So I do like Age of Sigmar aesthetically. As for the game, never really got that much into it. But yeah, who would have thought they'd be the winner? But really, when Astra Militarum wins, we win because they have really, really good stuff to loot that translates over very well. So if we get stuff that we've been hoping to get, like tanks and transports and trucks and then those new half tracks, quote unquote, will be ours. So that's also great for them. We are a wall. I mean, what these guys could be some kind of mega now, but they have a shield though. Orcs don't use shields. All right, we're not like, I guess AOS ones do, but you know, 40K we don't use shields. We do use force fields. Custom force fields. Speaking of custom force fields, how are we all sleeping on the Big Mech and Mega Armor having a new model? Come on. People aren't talking about a Big Mech and Mega Armor possibly having a new model. I think that's another one that I don't know if we'll see it today, but in this edition right now, I think that's where we're at right now. I think people are sleeping on the fact that there's a good chance that we get a Big Mech and Mega Armor because the current kit comes with a Big Mech and Mega Armor, and they're gonna change the Big Mech and Mega Armor. Therefore, they're gonna change the Mega Knob kit as a whole. Therefore, the Big Mech and Mega Armor has to come out and do its own thing. Also, the War Boss and Mega Armor needs a multi-part kit so much. Also, all the new videos are on the new 40K channel. Whoa! So shout out to that 40K channel up in there. They could be, and thank you for the 14-month membership you get. Nice to see you. I appreciate that. You get I really want the Mega Knobs. I'm here for it. I think the scale, I think the scale is too big. I think they're the size of a knot. Oh, you think they're the size of a knot? What do? Those. Oh, you're talking about those Gargan style guys? I don't know why they're taking so long, although they're showing these guys one time. You're talking about these. I just went past them. Those dudes with the shield. I don't know how I messed them up. Sorry, guys. Should have been more patient. These dudes, they might be extra large. Let's see. These are the normal scale humans. Is there anything scale to compare? Oh yeah, look at that. See right here. So let's say these are guardsmen, and these guys are more like dreadnought style, large. So I like how they're carrying gate doors as their shields though. So shout out to that. So yeah, they're a little too big for that. You're right. Unless we get like, some kind of big beast. All right. Some little Umis, whatever. At the stream start. Oh, sorry. I had to pause for a second. Let it keep going. All right, we'll have that going in the background while you guys were there. So they were too small. 5 wall tactic memberships from Rick B. Whoa, for the great wall right now, you guys. We're all pumped, man. We still have a long stream. It seems like because we're gonna be the dessert on the menu, boys, today. We're gonna be on the merch, and thank you for Rick B for that. So let's get some Gazes in chat, some more bosses in chat for Rick B if you're a member. If you're not, then we can get some. What would be a good substitute for a wall for a W? We'll just put some 3s in chat. Put some 3s in chat, even if you're not a member, for the Rick B. Whoa, for the Rick B. He said, "Where's my weird boy?" I don't know. We will see. We definitely need a weird boy because the old one is dusty, resin, crusty. So no more. We need more wall in this stream. Well, I give it another wall. If I do too many walls, we'll probably lose half the audience. Honestly, if you're still here, you probably enjoy them because I know that was one of the first things I was so self-aware of when I started the channel, was like the fact that I like to wall, and people would be like, "I don't even like to hear that in person." I was like, "Oh shoot, well, I guess my channel isn't for you. Sorry, you gets." But it's all good. Thanks for you guys for that. Man, I would be happy to finally see brought out of a non-joke Red Gobble model, though, right? If it became an actual playable character and like you can utilize to lead a Grot army, it wouldn't be that hard to give us the ability to actually use a Grot army. I know this edition I had my little stunt where I try to play a full Grot army, where it's all Killicans, and then one time I brought a Stampa. Then you can have big mech guns, excuse me. And then you can have a bunch of Grots, like 30-man breaks. Oh, we got 3s in chat. Let's go, you guys. Thanks for the 3s in chat. Whoa, I appreciate that, you guys. I appreciate it. And the gas is in chat also. Arcane, Bloody. All right, guys are still with me. You guys are still with me. But you know what? I forgive you if you're not because you're painting. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. So, yeah. Just make sure you keep working, you kids. It's all good. Like I said, I was actually painting right here. I had a bunch of stuff here that I was doing. What's another thing I had here? My knob for the squigs. He's not necessarily like done, but he is battle ready. I didn't mean to put the teeth. That's a little weird, right? To give him like white, to put red lips and then white teeth. I don't know. He's the first one I did like that. So now after you paint him a bunch, you're like, I'm just gonna do something different. At least I can identify the squads easier, right? In person, I wear a shirt with "whoa" on it and point to it. All right. Yeah, so that's awesome. I have to make sure I don't do wall at work. We'll see how my voice holds up tomorrow at work, you guys. So thank you, Flynn, for the $5 super chat. Whoa, for everybody that's still here. I gotta save some wall voice for when the actual org reveals happening, dude. I got so pumped about Wazdakka. But thank you very much for that, Flynn. Always great for the love, and we appreciate you. And what model do you, Flynn? Flynn's saying he wants his weird. No, Flynn said he. What do you, Flynn? Well, Flynn, what do you want to see most? You tell me. I think you said somewhere in chat. You let me know what you want to see, Flynn. As for a shirt that says "WAAAGH," surprisingly, I don't have one other than the ones I have from this channel, but I don't have like another one. So let's see. Let's get back to the orcs, baby. I guess I'm the only orc you got, boys. I'm the only orc you guys got right now. Until GW actually kind of shows them on screen. Otherwise, you got my big head. So what's going on? Wearing a bell helmet that goes ding dong while on your head is hilarious. He was talking about one of these Age of Sigmar models. Yeah, that's messed up. Members. Let's see. Maybe I can do that. Hold on, guys. I kind of want to try something new and let some of my members. We'll see if we get one on stream here. We'll try it out, guys. If you're new here, let us know if it works. I did want to try. If I do this though, I might mess up because I'm already lagging on stream. So if I start to lag on stream, I got to stop it. Let's see what I can do here. What you guys don't say.
Hey, way up.
Let's see what I can try to bring, guys. Let's see. What are you guys saying in chat? Still nothing brought up. There's a big tower shield, guys. Disappointed you didn't paint yourself green. Thanks, dude. Thanks, dude. I'm sorry that I let you down for that. I actually can't pull that up at the same time as I pull this on and share it in the same way. Damn. I don't think I can. I was trying to pull up the member stream, but I can't. So I can pull up Discord, but I can't actually share it on the actual stream with you guys while I have this one on. It's not an option. At least not on StreamYard. Yeah. That sucks. Yeah. Oh shit. What was people saying too? How hard would it be if they brought old Zogwart back? Zogwart, he was a part of our when we did votes for what characters to bring back, and yeah, it was not there. I could bring up Discord stuff to I could bring up Discord, but they would only be able to probably talk to me, or maybe because if they spoke, it might be, I don't even know what happened. I would have to test this somehow before stream. Let's see. Oh, he said he could hear. Okay, maybe he could hear himself. New stuff 40K. Let's see what's going on. We'll have to do one get so it doesn't get crazy. Let's get one of the gets from our members chat. All right, you got 2 minutes, so people don't we will get too long, and let us know what you think about our new Wazdakka from the members chat. Since we have a downtime, I don't even think these guys are doing anything. Let's see. GW, do I even hear anything coming from them? They have low audio. I barely hear anything coming from them anyways. All right. So let me mute those guys up and bring up my boy Arcane. Arcane, can you guys hear our boy Arcane? Let's go.
Hey, yo.
Hey, yo. All right, guys. Arcane, what do you think about our boy Wazdakka?
Dude, I'm pretty hyped. Like, the tactical rock, I could take or leave. I mean, I'll probably get bashed in some way, but what's that?
Thank you for starting with that, because I'm not sure how I feel about the tactical rock.
Dude, like, I already have a Death Trike doing a wheelie, ramping off some shit, so, like, it works. It does look great. Now, unfortunately, it's going to be an epic hero, so, I mean, it's, yeah, like, yes and no on whether or not I take it. And I'm hyped. I'm still hyped, though.
You're hyped. Let's go. Is he big enough? Is his banner big enough?
Nah, the banner needs to be bigger.
Yeah, that's gonna.
That'll definitely need some additional.
Yeah, and they didn't show war bikers in the background. So
also, like one thing to note is that it has a minigun on it. So, like in terms of actual gameplay wise, it's probably not going to be that big of a big AP at all. Like you'd expect him to have some sort of cannon, maybe something that's an AP2 that isn't his claw.
Yeah, that's funny. Right now on stream, this thing looks like it could be a Morkanaut conversion, big head bunker version. I almost thought it was an orc. This little battle fortress thing on stream right now. So yeah, the chat's saying that too right now. Chat's blowing up like, what is this battle fortress get? That's a pretty cool aesthetic army right there. That's what Age of Sigmar does right.
I'd loot it.
But yeah, Arcane. So what? Any more thoughts here? Maybe we'll bring you back on in a second too. So we can see.
I mean, I want to hear what I want to hear in chat what everyone else is painting right now.
Yeah, everybody, chat. Arcane wants to know what you guys are painting in chat, what you're enjoying. We'll bring some more guys. We'll try these more members on. You let us know how you feel in chat also about it from the members chat. Generally, I know these guys and trust them, so it should be good on audio. So yeah, when we get more orc releases, we can talk more about that as well. So as for Wazdakka, how about his claw? That was the last thing I wanted to ask you. His power claw. What do you guys think about that? Chad, what do you think about Wazdakka's power claw?
The 4-prong claw does look pretty dope.
It's 5.
I feel like it's a 5-prong.
I think it's 5, dude. I looked at it from a couple angles, unless something's wrong with me.
I'll have to look back at that because I think it could be bigger.
Destroy the old stream. I'd just rewind it. I mean, but they'll show it again.
Like I might add a spare Mazrog claws onto it and make it just a little bit more killier. But hell yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, thank you for that, Arcane. We'll be talking soon, hopefully, or I can. Shout out to the chat. Remember, guys, members chats. We give the calls. We get a wall, Arcane.
Woo!
Let's go. All right, guys. That's it for the member chat. But yeah, people were saying, what is this thing? It's like half a Gargantuan Squiggoth. So the battle fortress you guys were looking at. If Mork's Roar has 4 barrels and 16 shots, Wazdakka is 6 barrels to 424 shots. That sounds like a proper orky math. Wait a second. How can you do math so well? Whoa! But yeah, I think you're right. And I actually presume it actually might be a little stronger. Because in lore, it's kind of known to be more like an auto cannon, right? When we actually look at Wazdakka with his weapon, Wazdakka, actually what is in his weapon, like when I brought up last time, it has a name for what it is. This thing's being a little slow. That wasn't a good one to pick. Still not showing any good orc stuff, unfortunately. Because the thing about Wazdakka is that he actually was a big mech, right? Is I think what people don't really realize is that he was a big mech who became a speed freak. He got, allured and really enamored with the cult of speed. Like that's why it's called the cult of speed, for example. And he stopped being a big mech and went over there. So, I actually think his weapon will be a little bit more in strength. As for AP, I don't know what GW thinks about AP. It might be one AP, but then everybody gets cover again. So I mean, what do we know, right? So what do we know? But yeah, I was pulling it up right now, but I don't know why it's being so slow. It's called a massive cannon called a Wazdakka cannon. I guess Gaz's weapon is also considered a cannon in his own way, so I understand why you're saying that. So we'll see what's going on. But I think that's a great take right there from the bad dog. Great job doing math, which makes me skeptical of you being Umi in disguise, big brain boy. I'm not sure. But thank you. Yeah. I really hope the stream finished within an hour. 3 stars so far, and I got to get up to work in 3 more. I know, dude. That's how I feel too. I mean, I feel you on that. I get up at like 4 for work AM. So yeah, it's gonna be a fun one tomorrow. Need some squig juice. So give it a like in the chat if we survived that long. All right. Hard to build your own buggy if you're not a mech. Yeah, that's true too. That's a good take too. And he's not a buggy, he's not a biker though. And I mean, you could always pay someone to get theirs, right? You could always, to get one built for you too. Just knock someone's teeth out. So I mean, you don't have to build your own necessarily, right? No. Feels like 11th is the next topic. If I had to guess, roughly 30 minutes to cover seems right. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, that's a good take right there. I think that we'll see what's going on. We're all a lot of us are working gets gotta go get the loot. So I get it. So if you guys go, it's all good. Have good nights. But I'm still here to get stuck in. Someone else in chat said, "What about BuzzGod? BuzzGod would be nice to make a return, and then the Dread Mob list would use dedicated character." Yeah, that's something I really do miss and appreciate, is like each clan having a designated character that they could use. Boom, 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 and then that makes the list it all better. Now, on the flip side of why people don't like that sometimes is because then the detachment only functions if you use that character. So it's a give and take. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and as for these models, I mean, I kind of like them, but then I don't, because they just don't look orky enough. But I do like the platforming of it and the big Wazdakka on it. So if you're really good at kit bashing, I'm sure you can make something amazing out of this. And if they bring back Gargantuan Squig, they can do something about these cog fortresses. So yeah. So we have that. Then we got some more Cities of Sigmar stuff. Yeah, I can get it. You guys want Sigmar? A lot of overlap, right? Like, imagine they have Age of Sigmar and Old World. It's like, imagine if they had like 40K and Star Wars 40K. It's kind of like, what? And like, I guess. So like, there's a lot of overlap there I can see. But as for the models, how they look, absolutely awesome. Absolutely awesome. And we have to keep a lookout. You know why we have to keep a lookout for some of these T3 looking gets? Is because you never know if you can get a really cool looking Grot on one of these kits of Age of Sigmar. Because we remember how the War Boss Grot looked, right? So his little token Grot. Well, if we get new Grot kits, or just in general throughout our armies, they look a little bigger, a little more aggressive, a little more looted up and equipped. There's a chance not this guy. He, maybe if he didn't have a tail, you can make him a Grot. You know what I'm saying? So there are some of these that, and I wouldn't say the necessarily just these rats, but Age of Sigmar as a whole, when you look at some of these guys, they can even be the Umi ones where they kind of have their actual shooters and stuff, right? Because we've seen that they have shooters, bigger shooters and stuff like that. Something to know, we might see Claws of Wazdakka also needing to be the Grand Lord Warlord. Can't take next to Gaz. Yeah, if we bring back the stuff like similar to the AdeptiCon character that was spoiled this week. That's what they used to be past editions, right? You couldn't take Mazrog and another, type of war boss, for example. So even though Mazrog released in past editions, people didn't bring it. You know what I mean? And didn't bring him because they already had a different kind of warlord character that would only bring one, could only slot one. And I think for the lore, that makes a really big impact and kind of fixes with how it should be in a way for orcs and our identity to not have a bunch of different war bosses necessarily. But if you do have one main war boss, I don't think you can't have other ones. I just think the main war boss has to be stronger significantly, notably. And I think they should also get more buffs just for being the warlord, just innately, like another attack, another strength, stuff like that. They should, every war boss, that's what I want for next edition too. Like every warlord, when you pick your war boss warlord, he gets even stronger. Like, or if that's a style of thing, some variation of that, because I think they just need to be buffed. Even if you can't have like every war boss be awesome, like we need to have at least one awesome war boss, which is also why I want an epic war boss character if possible. Gork knows Dreadmob could use a few war bikers. More cultist speed stuff. I feel like they're taking forever. Cultist speed. I mean, not cultist speed. Sorry, Age of Sigmar stuff. What's going on here? Again, you see like Spearhead. Like, are these more formations being shown that they're going to be using that? I don't know. I know I'm the only one hyped, but I'm hyped for some news. Get out of here, you Skaven freak. I'm joking. I feel like this is an easy kit bash into a knot. Yeah, those big fortresses, the cog fortresses, they could be a kit bash to knots or anything like that. So, yeah, what's going on here? City of Ash, a little small, but they got no turn. What's going on there? All right, guys. Let's see. Hopefully, we're done with this Age of Sigmar stuff. Let's go. What's going on here? Did they just pause? Did they just crash out and then no, we failed again?
Haven't played Warhammer Age of Sigmar Spearhead before?
No, I can still hear him. All right. It's Spearhead. Oh, that's just the game style. All right. It's the AOS Combat Patrol. All right, got it. Sorry. Speaking of, shout out to 40K in 40 minutes because I played 500 Coliseum games and such. Definitely absolutely fun in that rule set. Highly recommend you playing it, especially if you're new to 40K and getting some of this new stuff as we're speaking about it. Definitely try to play some version of Coliseum if you're playing small version of games. I think it looks great.
Warhammer Age of Sigmar?
Works great.
We are still not done.
He said we are still not done. Let's see what you got then. Tell me you're not done because you got green skins.
Of the 41st millennium.
Come on, boys.
We have a really exciting video to show you now. Let's
Here it comes.
go back to 40K.
The 40K trailer. Very little talking, so I don't get it. Talk a little so I didn't copyright it. Sorry, guys.
Armageddon, the war world. Its soil is worthless, salted by the blood and sweat of generations. War is all that remains. It rises from the dust and echoes in the sky, a promise,
All right.
a cacophony of endings.
Oh, there we go. What is that? What is that, boys? War boss, this new war boss model. Let's go. You guys seen that? Was that like a
Sanguinius' sons,
two-legged walker?
angels
What
of
was
death. We
There it is.
belong here.
That's not a death threat. Let's go. That is more like an orc walker.
Our veins
What the
burn
heck?
with his wrath. Our
Orc
twin
walking
hearts
Daka?
hammer with his rage. War
Here we
is
go.
all that we know.
Banner back there. There we go. We're new weird boy. New weird boy. Whoa, let's go. Melting them with the wall energy. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Amplification. Okay. Yes.
This world must hold. There can be no retreat.
Look,
There
the
can be
Warboss
no
moving
mercy.
in, the Walker moving
There
in,
can be no
the Weird
peace.
Boy moving in.
There is only war.
There is only one, boys. Yeah, we did it, boys. Here we are, more walkers, new weird boys, Big Mac on
Ladies and
walkers,
gentlemen, this is the new cinematic trailer for a new edition.
dual chopper boys.
Did you like what you saw?
Let's go.
Let's talk about it for just a minute, because I
All
thought
right,
that was
I'll hear you out
Yeah,
this
we saw
time a
some
little bit.
very, very cool stuff in there. Obviously, there's some Blood Angels in there. There's some Orks.
Okay.
We're going back to Armageddon.
Some
Very
Orks.
cool
Boy, it's
location.
all about the
There's
works.
some units we've maybe not seen before.
If you didn't notice,
New
the
big
Blood Angels were in a
Orks.
losing
I don't think we've
position
ever seen
there.
one of those.
That's why he
Yeah,
was looking like
absolutely.
that,
And a
giving his last
classic returning,
hoorah.
unit, slightly
what the
redesigned
heck?
and a land speeder that,
Oh,
like,
I just pulled up some
very
random
familiar
stuff from the bottom.
to those
All right.
speeder fans.
That looked a little bit like Vanguard veterans to me as well.
Absolutely
A
so.
little bit, maybe.
Yeah. So there's a lot to
What's
like
up,
in that
Max,
trailer.
man?
My favorite
Oh,
moment,
yes.
I think many people might agree, when the chaplain really gets in
Yeah, no Ultramarine starting set box, boys. Blood Angels.
And then he
Weird
takes
Boy
the
in the Star
process-
Collecting box with those Orc Walkers, with new boy models that have options for dual choppas. What are we looking at here? What are we alluding to? Come on, boys. Let's start gathering information. I know all together we got a couple brain cells. All right, let's get it. We're push that water energy together, brain juice flowing. I'm thinking they showed Weird Boy,
First up,
Weird Walkers. Okay, kind of reminds me of the.
it's new
Here we
Warhammer
go.
40,000. Let's talk about the game. Eddie, what can you tell us?
Yeah, so a new edition of Warhammer 40,000 obviously
The
means
game.
a new core engine to drive this edition. That means loads of changes to all sorts of aspects of the game. We're going to talk about some of those in a little bit. We're going to give you an idea about some of the things that might be changing and what it means for you in your game. But it means so much more than just the rules. It also means new cool stuff about the lore and the
Yes, I
We've got
keep
a
telling
list
you
of
guys
things in
that.
there. We
I'm
are
telling you they're
going back
pushing the lore
to
big time, and they're
Armageddon,
pushing it
which is
revolving around
obviously
orcs and
one
the
of the most important
struggle,
and
gas,
pivotal and,
main
I
enemy.
guess,
Very
coolest
important for the
location.
IP that
Such
orcs
an
take off and
iconic
do well
setting
here.
for Warhammer 40,000, and we've set it up really in an interesting way with the return of Garrick. And we're going to continue telling stories here and in other exciting places.
That's
in
a
the
great
galaxy.
foot to put forward, you know.
What might be happening
Deathcore
in that
Krieg
cinematic
style,
as
that old
well.
World War
We are
One or
setting
World
up
War
in
Two kind of look
Return
is
of
very
Yarick
good.
what happens before the events
You know,
of
for
the
general
edition.
IP.
Effectively, you have the Imperial forces, the human forces of Armageddon,
Pretty much saying the same
racing
thing as
for this
me.
enormous wave of orcs that is bearing down on them. Wazdakka
Orcs are
is
very
the bad
easy
guys
enemy to
or
notice
enemies
if you're a
to
general
look for.
person
They're
watching
like a
40K.
signal for help, and the help comes in the form of an enormous new Space Marine crusade, which is composed
Okay,
of all sorts
pretty much a bunch of Blood Angels showed up
Blood
to help
Angels
change
are
them.
obviously there.
Then they
We've also got
changed their
lots of
painting.
Ultramarines.
Or they changed their
So, yeah,
pants.
Ultramarines are there
I
as
need the new
well.
pants
We've
already.
got
Oh, wait, what?
things
You changed your
like
pants. Hold on. I think you're talking about the
Templars,
boys' pants. What are you talking about? Your old
White
pants.
Scars are there. All
All right,
sorts of
dude.
So it's a
There's
classic
Wall
Space
OnlyFans
Marine
over
Crusade
here.
force returning.
Whoa, what's up,
Space
you
Marine
get?
Crusades.
Once again,
Yeah,
to
we're
the
here, boys. I'm
core,
kind of just hearing him out, see if he
yeah,
says
and
anything they haven't
if
showed
you
yet.
know anything about Orks, you know that
But he's pretty much saying what I'm
the
saying.
chance
You got a
of
good mix
fighting
of
bigger
multiple
just breaking
factions.
down
He's
big
identified
systems.
vampires are very easy for the
So the WAAAGH is
normal
big as well,
person to
which is
kind of
like
pick
nothing
up and say,
else.
oh,
That's
it's a
it.
super armored,
Right.
power armor guy.
So,
And then you're like, no,
in
but he's
addition
also
to
a
setting up,
vampire.
show
Then it's like,
you
all
what
right,
the
cool.
launch box
So Armageddon
looks like.
box, there it is. Whoa! Launch box of
This is
Armageddon.
Warhammer 40,000 Armageddon.
Let's
It is
go,
a
boys.
New launch box for a new edition. You can see in that artwork.
That arc's
something quite
fantastic. Okay, maybe a
nostalgic is
little bit of a
happening.
weird
Really
change
big
up in some ways, but still overall very good.
This really reminds
Maybe a little bit more
me
orc
of my
focus
youth.
was needed
You
for
can
me,
see we're gonna do
but
an
all
interesting
right.
thing with the graphic.
Oh, it's a
It's a
show
lot like
school
the second
one. It's
edition, but
yeah,
a
they
bit
brought
to the
it
back.
back.
I realized
Whoa,
it's
I
fantastic,
appreciate
like
that. But this one looks
Yeah,
that one they
there's
look
some lovely little
more
touches
in
there that kind of
they look more
nod towards the
surrounded
piece
by
of
green
artwork.
skins in
Things
this
like
arc.
the,
In the old arc.
heavy support
I
Space
see in the
Marine
new one, I
logo
don't think it
in the
looked
corner,
as
placements
yeah,
on
they don't
the
look
box,
as
the poses of Space
surrounded
Marine characters,
necessarily,
some of the things that
but
are happening in the background.
still cool.
That piece of artwork,
Cool. I
obviously,
appreciate the first
from
one. It's
one of the
easier
earliest
to
wars for
distinguish the
Armageddon. We are going
greenskins
back
from the
there
Blood
with
Angels,
vengeance.
right?
Blood
And
Angels
even though they're
will
both wearing
take
red and
center
they're green,
stage. A couple of things to say about this box
so
as
it's
well.
almost like the
We're
old
gonna
art
tell
was
you a little
better,
bit
which I
more
think a lot of
about,
people would feel
some of
that
the things
way
that might be
in
in the
some
box
ways.
today. We're
But
not gonna tell you
yeah,
everything.
fantastic.
Later. But this is an enormously cool box with loads of new Space Marines, loads of new Orcs, and all the rules and stuff you'll need.
Absolutely. So let's. We imagine lots of you in this room
Okay.
want to know a bit
I think
more
that's a
about the
great
rules and
shout
what
out.
you can expect to change in the way you play, right?
Oh, they're changing the rules to the game.
So let's talk a little bit about those rules. And let's start with our first point, which is we want to talk about that unified experience.
Yeah, so right now in Warhammer 40,000, you have
Every battle more
levels of
narrative,
play,
every
you
battle
have
more
match play,
balanced.
and what that's kind of meant is that we kind of have two pools of people
And
who play-
never the twain shall meet.
and who play Warhammer 40,000. And what we think actually is that every game of Warhammer 40,000 should feel like a rich and immersive narrative, whether you're playing at home or you're playing at the top tables of a tournament. And every game should feel
Okay, so they're trying to make the game more immersive, bring back more stuff going on there as well.
We are sort of breaking down some of the barriers between narrative play and match play, so that generally all of your games
Focus on a new region of the galaxy, then Armageddon. Oh well, we'll see where they. I mean, I think they're going to be focusing about Armageddon, right? That's the whole point. Soft reboot reconfirmed. Very nice. Exactly right. Oh, Codex still works.
So this is a really important point.
Okay, that is important.
Some editions of Warhammer 40,000 in the past, we have seen what's sometimes referred to as like a re-indexing of the edition.
Absolutely.
That isn't happening this time round. If you have a codex,
So they're not completely resetting and dumping all the codexes. So then that box they showed us, you're still going to have access to this Cult of Speed wall. So having that many bikers, buggies, dev cops, all makes more sense as well still.
Looking at the Return of Yarrick, all the rules in those will still
Every battle.
in the new edition.
Fantastic.
New Weird Boy, Mac, Big Boss.
The models you've got in your collection or an excuse to get new models. There's going to be loads of new detachments coming.
I'm saying, boys, you got to be paying and stuff. 70 new detachments? Oh, goodness. That's pretty insane. So what, there's, I think, like 23 or 24 factions in 40K? Maybe 20? I just rounded down to 20. I don't know if I'm counting, like, agents. But, and I don't know if we're counting every individual Blood Angel one necessarily. So, what would that be? Like, 3, 2, 3, 3, maybe? 3? Oh, yeah, someone's saying in chat. 2 to 3 also. Yeah, 3. Because I think there's about 20 to 20 something like individual factions depending on how you break it out in 40K. Right? So 20, 23 or something like that too. Yeah, so that's just chat saying too. All right.
Different way to the current detachments as well. You can continue to use your current detachments, but there will also be a different way you can put together your army. One of the advantages of the detachments, the new ones that are coming and ones we'll see in the future, is that the detachment system is now modular. So, for example, if you have an army that contains Terminators and bikes, like you, and you wanted, I want some special rules for my bikes, but I also like
Terminators and bikes. You're gonna be able to mix different kind of units in different detachments. All right.
To create an army that works
and they function.
you would imagine your army should work on the tabletop.
Absolutely.
All right, so they're gonna have more cohesive forces, essentially. They're not gonna be so strict and locked into like the one keyword being the only way you can play it. Is what I assume they're trained. So combined, there we go. Yeah, combined detachments, so you can mix your detachments. Okay, so they're gonna get buffs from both detachments. They're bringing back the old force organization with data sheet mixing and detachment mixing. Oh yes, that's exactly what's happening. Yeah, people are immediately. Josh, what's up, Josh? You were saying, there's no way that is going to get broken. Yeah. I understand that. A lot of 70 factions also. I mean, detachment sounds like a lot as well, especially if you're an Orc. You got 10. Are they going to like remove? Because they said your codexes are good, right? Does that mean like all of those other detachments that we have that came out later is still going to count? Technically, aren't codex, right? We'll see. But the modular system of the detachments, maybe bring an enhancement from here and using the detachment rule from here. You know what I'm saying? So I'd be sick. No more circle objectives.
Yeah, so this
is interesting.
This one is pretty big. So right now, when you play Warhammer 40,000, scattered across your tabletop, your beautifully painted tabletop, your beautifully painted armies, and your beautiful terrain are
They said nope.
Some weird
it was ugly.
You guys have to go and stand on. There are no more objective marker circles in games of Warhammer 40,000. Instead, your troops will be battling over pieces of terrain. Taking and putting models onto pieces of terrain will be how you take them. And
so now you fight for terrain on the actual field.
Rather than just moving to take a circle, you are trying to take a key bunker, capture a relic.
Okay, so you're trying to take actual positions on the field so you interact with the terrain. Definitely be immersive. Definitely going to be interesting if we still have the footprints to see what counts as part of on the terrain and footprinting. So that'd be interesting, right? As it going to end up being holy, because then people towing on would be like, oh, I got this guy on, this guy not on, right? Okay.
one of the other things that's going to change in terms of missions.
Every
is gonna
battle's a
be
story.
that the detachments that you choose will dictate the
Objectives
type
are
of
not
mission
triangles.
that
No,
you
I'm
play.
joking.
When an army goes into battle, it doesn't just go out with the intent of playing pitched battle against an enemy army. It will usually have a mission. It will be assigned.
Okay.
You've been sent out to disrupt the enemy's plans, or to capture ground,
Or just to kill
or
as
just
many
to
things
take
as you
as many
can.
heads as you can. So there is a new system called force disposition.
Everything's supposed to
Your
be
detachments will unlock, and when you come to
a
play
narrative
game,
sort of
you and your
battle
opponent
now.
compare your force dispositions,
So
and
does
then
that mean one
generate
acts as a
mission that you
defender,
play.
one acts as
So if
an
your
attacker,
mission
in
is
the
to take
sense that
ground,
like
and your opponent's
we're
mission
fighting
is
over
to
this
take hits,
terrain, the enemy's trying to
given
take it by
mission to
this
play
time in the
means that
game,
both of you
etc.
are trying to enact the narrative that your army brings to the table.
Really exciting. Next up, we should talk about some of the
Yeah.
like specific rule changes. The first
No more
up is
stratagem
no more
stacking, so you
stratagem
can't do
stacking.
smoke and armor of contempt,
That seems like a
or
popular
fight
one
on
in the
death
room.
and
So,
sustain critical
right
5+.
now, when you play a game of Warhammer 40,000, one of the go-to tactics is you save up all your command points and then you put them all into your best unit, and that unit becomes way better at fighting than it has any right to.
Yeah,
be.
so they're saying stacking
Of things like
stratagems on
stacking
your
armor of
ace unit
contempt,
isn't going to be a
minus
thing
your
anymore.
wound and decreased damage and all those sorts of things. In the new edition, you will need to choose which stratagem you would like to use on each unit per phase, and you can't have more than one. And it does all sorts of interesting stuff to the game. For example, if you have re-rolled your charge with a stratagem, you now can't use any other stratagems that turn, so you can't.
Okay, so they're saying no
If
more
you've
rule
decided to
stacking.
use a stratagem to give
We'll
you
see how
more
that
wound in
is.
combat, you don't get the chance to have another re-roll to wound on a
I mean,
re-roll, for example.
It's gonna
you know,
really
for
shake things
orcs,
up.
I mean, we're known for being
We
just
should also talk
having a
about,
lot of
the
numerous
changes
things. If you have
to
less Death Stars, but you still have a lot of orcs, that's the thing we get for us.
which is the ability for units to stay hidden.
Yeah, so this is a really big
The
one,
units can stay
especially in terms of
hidden.
how you're going to deploy your armies.
It's now much easier
You
to
cannot
hide units that
target
have
an
not
enemy
joined
unit
yet
that
joined the
has
fight.
not shot unless you are within 15 inches of it. If it is in a piece of terrain.
So imagine when you deploy your army, you
Oh,
put
wow.
your Devastator squad or your Astra Militarum heavy weapon teams in a trench work or a,
So if you're in a
like
terrain, you can't be
fortification
shot
or
at
to
unless you're
buildings.
within a certain
As
range,
seen in the
like
movie,
15
you
inches.
look at the guys lying in ambush and staying out of sight. That's
So
what
it's
you get on
supposed
the
to
table.
simulate
You're
like
in
if your enemy in a
dark,
defensive,
weirdly behind
you know,
terrain now.
pre-prepared
You can be in
position.
it
The enemy
and
can't
still
just
get that
immediately
same
move up and
benefit.
shoot you like you're standing in the open.
And you get that benefit up until the point that your unit
That would help combat
enters
armies.
battle.
Just
So you
saying, guys.
park that unit high up in the terrain feature where previously they'd have to hide, and they are safe unless the enemy gets very close. Or
Unless the enemy gets very close. That's what it says.
Next up, there's some changes to how combat works. So
Change how
it's been
combat.
cleaned up.
Combat
Everything
cleaned
else-
up.
So there's some big
Fast
changes
dice
across the
rolling,
combat
combat
space.
activation, pile in and
Some of the ones are the big
consolidate,
ones. We'll
charge
go through
measuring.
some of them, but there's lots more, and you get a chance to kind of look at those when you finally get the rules in your hand. Fast dice rolling is now the standard. Most players kind of
Already do it,
kind
right?
of do it already, but the rules are now written to assume that you're rolling all your dice for a single kind of set of attacks together.
Okay, I think we already do. Fast dice rolling just means
One at a time.
if you really understand how the rules of 40k are written and used in a literal sense, sometimes is you would roll dice single at a time, like each model fights one by one each attack. Now it's saying you just do all the dice at once.
Well, there's some cheers for that
In
one.
game terms, that means if you've charged into an
Same
enemy
thing
army
you've
and
already
they've
been
got
doing
to
pretty
race
much.
first, at least one of your units will get to go before they go. That's quite a big change for some armies. Pile-in and consolidate now happen together. So you do all of your pile-ins for everything in your army, and then you do all of the combats, and then you do all of the consolidates. And what that means is that the pile-in move becomes much more about getting lots of your units into close combat and less about trying to kind of grab extra inches towards.
Okay, so now they're saying you do
Yeah,
pile in
absolutely.
and
The final one is,
consolidates at the same time. That way you can get more units into a fight
right?
and less
But they don't-
shenanigans
they
of
don't think
movement.
guys standing around doing nothing. So it's
So
different now.
it is different. So the way
We're
the
doing nothing.
charges work now is that you pick your targets after you have rolled your dice. So that does some pretty major things. So the first and most obvious thing is that if you move forward and you don't manage to get that charge against the unit you were aiming for, and there's a closer unit, you can now charge them instead. So you generally end up with less units standing around and kind of
Oh,
having three of
shoot.
the charge and not doing anything.
Let's
It also means that
go.
occasionally
So
you might
now
get
it's you
a
roll your
unit that's
dice, see
being
how far you
long
get, what
range
you can
charge
actually
that you wouldn't
reach.
previously have tried.
Wow, that's huge. And I think that's extremely important for 40k. Absolutely vital, right? A moving shooting army can move up and shoot at any time on demand, can never actually fail making their delivery. melee is already hard to just make your delivery.
They drive around in chimeras. This one's quite exciting for me.
Combat disembark. What?
There is now
Whoa, we got
where
Truck
if
Boys
your
back.
transport is in combat
Oh,
with
you
the
guys are
unit,
cooked.
you can just
Boy,
get
oh
out
my
straight
goodness. This edition, you guys are done. Whoa,
Small
dude, it's
caveat,
over.
it's not
Orcs just won the
always
40K
best
universe.
idea
Goodbye.
because your
Corks
unit
are on the
will
way.
be battle shocked and might take casualties. But it makes it very difficult to completely lock down a force that's trying to drive forward with combat units to get stuck in.
Absolutely.
Wow.
Next up, we should talk about
Everything
the leaders and the
essentially has
impact they
assault
have in your
ramps where you
games.
can move forward, disembark,
Essentially,
get out,
your leaders
charge.
are always going to lead.
Whoa!
Yeah, so when you choose a model that can lead a unit, you now assign it when you build your army list. So if you have a chaplain and he's gonna
Okay,
lead
so
one
you
of the
always attach your
Space
character, so you
Marines,
can't
you now write
unattach and then
your army list rather
reattach
than
it.
choosing
That guy
from the game.
always leads what he leads.
But the thing that happens in game is that if the unit is killed, the character keeps all the benefits of leading the unit that he would normally have.
Oh,
So
even if the leader gets precisioned out, so that's
your
good for
chaplain
Orcs as
doesn't
well.
become
Still,
inexplicably worse at combat because the guys next to him have died, and the same is true for all the different characters. So that immediately means that all of those heroes
Ooh.
that have lost their unit
man,
can
because that
carry
was
on
another
being
thing Orcs
back
had, right? We had
right
awesome,
up
great
until the
characters. Someone has fight first, they kill a character, and the unit sucks now. Not happening now. Now everyone's getting crumbed that day.
Refresh to the Warhammer 40,000 app.
Yeah, so
Let's go, boys. Orcs are looking good. Boy, that's a lot of really good changes for Orcs. Pretty much all of those are extremely favored for what we like. Is this going to be the edition where the actual bad guys just straight up beat the Space Marines out the whole time?
So right now the app is only in English. Going forward,
yeah, that's awesome, right? And then they changed. Now they did change a little bit of the pile-in consolidate shenanigans, which some of us really liked a lot. But for general people, just being able to be like, all right, guys, you can just roll and see what you can get close to. You can actually fight. That's actually pretty cool. I'm very much grateful for that. Makes combat way more palatable, enjoyable, reliable, favored. You know, that's fantastic. I wouldn't say favored necessarily, actually, like that, but it's actually in conditions that you feel good, that you can actually get in fights and such.
We'll have loads more about all the details of what those rules mean exactly on the Warhammer community website over the coming.
They're saying get the app and such so you can look at the rules essentially when they come out.
Show you maybe something from the new launch box. Would you like to see some new models?
Here we go, new models, boys. Here we are. Because remember, they didn't show. They showed the trailer. Here we are. Let's get stuck in. Some jump pack. Blood Angel. Touch the dude. All right. Getting crumbed. Fine. Getting crumbed anyway. Yeah, they're nice. I have Imperial Fist. You know, it's cool. Space Marines are cool. You need someone to come. You know? You need someone that wants to actually get stuck in with you. There is only war. Did you only show an intercessor? Don't tell me that's it, boy. All right. Combined.
So this is the first of the
all right. Oh, okay, so they're trying to make it look more like the firstborn, essentially.
And you see the coming together of
okay, I appreciate that for what they're trying to do there.
Attrition has taken its toll on the Primaris Marines and the shiny Tacticus armor that they went out.
Okay, so they're trying to change it up, make them a little bit more battle worn, a little bit more grim dark, you know, stuff like that.
Lots of very cool classic pieces like the Mark 7 helmet you can see.
It's
on
a
the
good
Space
look,
Marine.
right?
It's a good look. It's a good look. And that is the sort of thing you can look forward to going forward.
That charge roll changes so much for melee enemies.
You'll have elements of classic
Yeah,
armor,
it definitely makes it like, okay, this is definitely going to feel like an Orc edition, boys. Orcs are eating good.
The Mark X Tacticus.
Trucks stock's going way up. We're going to see if we get new trucks. Remember, there was rumors that Orc trucks are going to be other new models that could be coming out, right? So just saying, guys, just saying, we got a lot going on here. And it still means that those trucks, if we do get new trucks, that just means that they're even more interesting than they were. And now battle wagons, I mean, then kill rigs, if there's, you know, there's still transports. I mean, well, it said Rhino, so maybe it means dedicated transports are going to be the only things that can do that. So we'll get, right? Beakies get to be beakies again. Yeah, they get to try to be beakies again. I don't know if they'll be accepted as true beakies, but they will be beakies again. Gaz is going to be so good. Gaz is all right, and he's already good. So it's awesome.
Let's see an Orc then.
Oh, let's see an Orc. The wee boy. Whoa. There's that Daka Walker. Here he is. He's a new knob. different boy kit? Oh, shoot. They did it. New boy kits. Those other boy kits sucked so hard that they had to redo it. The other boy kits sucked so hard they had to redo it.
Fantastic. So this is an Orc boy.
Whoa, let's go.
Launch box. And something's a bit different about him, right?
Shoot or
So I
chopper.
think
Why
so.
not
You already
both?
mocked it in the video, and obviously you can see it there on screen.
Oh, they did
in
it.
previous editions, in previous versions of the Orc box set, you had to choose whether you wanted to give your Orcs a shooter or a chopper. You can now have both. No Orc.
Dang, you don't need to pick a shooter or a chopper. You can have both.
Dream of going to the battlefield without carrying the biggest gun that he can carry. So going forwards, Orc boys are assumed to have whatever weapon the situation
Oh, that's
demands.
awesome. So they have DACA all the time. Then they have the choppers, and then they still have the pistols.
One more sneaky like, tease of things that
Sure.
are coming in this box
That's
right now.
awesome. If
And
you have
that
the
is the
kits, that means
weekly
you can just
confirmed.
strap it to the back of your
For
kit, and he's
certainty,
good to go.
There is at least one squig in the box.
Oh, there's at least one baby squig on the knob shoulder. That's awesome, dude. So if you're a knob, you get your little squig, and if you make it to War Boss, he becomes your attack squig. Perfect. Whoa, I like that they're including squigs more. Yes,
Will
that was like
need
the
to
cherry
wait
on top.
A little bit longer
wait.
to see the rest. Stay your disappointment. It'll be worth the wait, we promise. That brings us to the end of all of our reveals.
Oh,
Did you like what you saw?
that's none of the reveals. Oh, they blue balled us.
I
They
guess
blue
what we
balled
need
us.
to do now
But
is
that
like
was
bring
good.
this thing home and wrap up this preview.
All right,
First
I'll let
of
him
all,
wrap it,
thank you
and
so
then we'll
much for
look at
bearing
some of
with us
the
with technical
some of
difficulties.
those trailers again, see what we can
You
gather
have
from
been
it, because I
amazing
let it
as
play
an
in real
audience.
time,
We've loved
and then we'll
being
wrap it
in front of
all
you,
up because it's
and
been a
your
long stream. But thank you
attitude
guys
and
for
your
it here.
has
But I
carried
still
this
want to
through
see
for us,
some
so
more
thank
stuff.
you
But I'll
all for
just
being
let
here.
him do his little closing, see what he says. Well, actually, I'm probably gonna mute him, but we can
We've had so much to show you. It's
see
been
if he
really
shows
exciting.
anything
We've
else.
delved into Warhammer 40,000 and
Yeah,
killed
yeah, muted you. Okay. He said, my boys are already carrying shooters. Yeah, I have a lot of my boys already had shooters and choppers too. That's a great way to put it, though, right? Good stream. If it was a good stream, leave a like so I can do more of these type of things. Because boys, it's a new age, new edition. You know, I personally got new time at hand with the new job, so I think we're gonna be earlier streams. A lot going on, guys. Perfect time for the Great Wall to join. So if you're here, thank you. You're helping the Great Wall grow and become more powerful. And it's just in time for the new edition. Our books are still gonna work and all that stuff. What's up, Borg baggers? New boys. We need new boys, right? I was looking. I still like my boys. I do. But I can use at least 20 more. You know, I got 120. I can use a little 20 more. I think we're about that time. So new battle force box on the menus. Start edition box in the menus. Is he saying anything else though? Hold on, because I'm about to just rewind the video.
Raise some noise for the people who are hosting AdeptiCon.
Nah,
Thanking the team
he's
for letting us come here.
He's just saying thanks to everybody. Really excited for new rules. We're gonna have new
It's
detachments.
incredible to be able to feel the
We'll see
energy
if
in
we
a room
keep like
this.
all the
It's not
detachments that
Warhammer.
came out,
Thank
right?
you
Will
to
we
the
keep the
team
red
who put on the
Gobbo
preview,
type
all the media
enhancements
guys
like
who made
Tactical
the videos,
Brigade, more
put all the
DACA,
images together around
the
that
free
tech,
Buddhas? Like, is they gonna
persevering
keep
and making it
those?
all
Because they
work.
said Codex.
We
So
really
I know
appreciate
on
all
the
their
Codex
efforts. Let them
detachments
know
are
it.
definitely staying. They're gonna get rid of all those and then bring back the 3 new ones, you know? Because then we would
Finally,
13
Eddie and
detachments,
I would
or we're
like to
gonna just go
personally
back
thank
to the
all of
starting
you
ones
for
and then
making this
add
such a
3.
great preview. We
Right?
have loved being with you for the last 2 hours. Thank you so much for making this a memorable experience.
Memorable
All of
experience because
you
you
in the
guys were
room.
messing up the audio and everything a lot, right?
We're going to leave you now.
Those
It has
little
been
memes,
a
sorry.
pleasure and a delight to be with you for this time. Eddie, thank you.
I'm thinking if he leaves another orc trailer, maybe it's just a hope.
We will see
Was
you
that a
again
word
very
boy
soon.
or a weird
Good night.
boy? You know, the thing is that the word boy kind of already has this model and is already on top. What I think it is more is that it's a weird boy, but just now they're amplifying him. Now he could be a warp boy, which is like an evolved, like, so what it is not an evolved. It's a weird boy that actually masters his power and has control over it and embraces it. Because if you don't know, I'm sorry, I'm going to find the trailer here. If you don't know, what happens normally with weird boys is like, imagine it kind of like the mutant from X-Men, right? Where they, here we go, where they don't know necessarily they have that power yet, and then they get the power revealed. And for weird boys, when their power gets revealed, and they start possibly blowing up other greenskins near them when they're by each other. So what happens is they cage them and they put them in the back, and then when the wall starts, they push them forward and let them blow up on their opposition. And in this case, this is embracing his
We
power and moving
bombard
forward with
here.
Weird Boy. Yeah, there's little green reflections of like of bolt fire.
The sons, angels of death.
Sorry. Let's more of the spear on here. It's either he has a custom force
We
field
bombard
stuff because he's right behind it.
here. Our veins burn with his wrath. Our twin hearts
And then
hammer
it's
with
very,
his
very
rage.
well known
Is all that we know.
power ability range attack for the Weird Boy to project warp energy and destroy his enemies, kind of like with vomit. So a very look at that. So really, he's just amplifying his WAAAGH energy from it. It's not that he's a Weird Boy. He doesn't have any Snagga kind of icons. He's looks like he's armored actually, or Weird Boy, and then he immediately is like vomiting, and that is the Weird Boy attack. Now, it doesn't mean a Weird Boy doesn't do that, but if you read the Weird Boy data sheet, his attacks are more like his eyes gaze, right? But the Weird Boy has always been known for just throwing up. See, boom. And if you see from the side, he doesn't look like he has any armor. There's no Snagga archetype icons or anything. Right there. See, this is just like a chest to hold. Fantastic. And right here, what is he holding on to? Right? So is this a Weird Boy, or are we wrong and this is a mech? Then if this is a mech, then these could be actually be like the teleporter blaster, right? So and the reason why I think it's more like a Weird Boy attack is because how he kind of like melted and he was being thrown up, and then he did an over the top head attack, right? So if people think that maybe it's a mech boy or something cool, I understand it. To me though, it looked like that just amplified. Plus, look at Ad Banger, right? So if you had 8th edition codex and you read the Weird Boys attacks or like some of their stratagems, it would be called a Ed Banger attack. So their heads literally blow up. Yeah, exactly. He's a warp head. That's far more what he looks like. He looks like a warp head, right? So he actually, look at that. He has the staff, all this bar, all the plugs and everything coming out of him to pump him up. Look from the side. He actually seen the war boss. Look at that mouth though. Giant gobber on this git. Giant gob. But he also has no armor, as I said. So to me, not a mech. So I think he's definitely a warp head. I would say he goes warp head. Maybe you can build him either way, like as a warp head or a Weird Boy. Yes, maybe maybe that, because a warp head is just a mature Weird Boy, meaning that they embrace their power, they got supercharged, they have some control of it. But yeah, he's sick. He looks way better than the old Weird Boy model. And I have 3 of them, so I'm just saying. And then he just, the chaplain just tried to hit him in the face. He blew up.
This world must hold. There can be no retreat.
And then right here we see, okay. Stompa in the background. Let's see what we see from the background. Stompa's in the background. Here's the walker on our left, and then the war boss coming down the middle. Oh. What the heck is happening? It's closing out my stuff for me. Let's slow down the playback speed then, if it won't do stuff for me.
No mercy. There can be no peace. This world must hold.
I think it's a big boss, not a war
There
boss.
can be no retreat.
That guy? Okay. Because he looks a little different than the big war boss. All right, that's a good look. All right, look, this was a better look. So he does have a little squig with him, right? This guy in the front. Then on his front pauldron, it's just a orc icon on his belly. He has the big horn skull, and then he has a banner. But next to him, those look like knobs as well because they have the banner sticking out the back. And then you still have more squigs on the ground. So does that mean, look how many squigs there are on the ground? Are we going to see squig swarms? Are they going to show more squigs, like little squigs showing up on the field? Then again, like I said, there's Stompas in the background. There's one right there over the right shoulder. The new Walker, which he has. I don't know why it does all that. Yeah. Let's see if there's something else I missed. Anything else I missed, guys, that you think you've seen? I was seeing something about like a dual wield orc boy. Let's see. Orc boy, weird boy is just fighting some space marines. No, he wasn't dual wielding. Just had normal weird boy. They look dope though. They look great. New weird boy models. I appreciate that they have both. I didn't see the walker. Okay, we're gonna see the walker here. Where is that walker at? They're gonna show it here again. Yeah, historically the traders only show models in the launch box. Exactly. Here we go. That's the walker. So this is a new like tank style platform. I'm very, very happy about that, to be honest. And yeah, people are saying there's a lieutenant type character. What they mean by that is he is like a big boss, right? So he's not the war boss, but he's still like a leader, lieutenant type of guy. I very much do think orcs need more of those. Like they needed that role or rank to be filled in their characters. So I like that a lot. Here we go. So why I'm excited about this, we do not have a straight up DACA platform that's not kind of just laughable, right? So like a mech gun, kind of lame, like laughable. BattleWAAGH is not really a tank or anything. A truck is used as our DACA tank. You know, they took away our grot tanks and such. Here, though, this is obviously straight up only DACA. It has a custom force field. It has little depth dread legs. It has a bunch of rockets out the front, and then a big old Gatling battle cannon out the front, at the top. Look at that. Boom. And this was used for anti-air. Again, does that mean GW is reintroducing aircraft style units into the gameplay, into the actual game itself? Because what he's shooting down is an actual, you know, a flyer in this case, from what I see. Let me see. Yeah, so he shoots down a flyer anyways. Does that mean that's what we're gonna actually see in the game again? I mean, you know, we got a lot going on here. So he's shooting that. Boom. Awesome stuff here. More Space Marines getting around. He's shooting down the new land speeder. Okay, let me look back at that. All right, so it wasn't a flyer. We were too pumped. I'm gonna look back at it. Custom force field. Oh yeah, let me see. Land speeder. Oh yeah, that was a little land speeder. All right, cool. Still good. At least we can actually shoot it down. He can actually aim. That's a good thing to look at too. No. So is this a war boss or is this a big mech style? That looks more like a war boss, but I mean not a big boss. But I mean maybe he's a little small for a war boss, huh? Let's see. Let's look at him again. And his axe looks sick. Yeah, checker pattern on it. Looks great here. Chat's saying too, it looks like a power axe. So he has the same helmet as the war boss we've seen leaked. Boom. Yeah. So that looks like a power axe. Checkered up. All right. Awesome right there. Colliding with the actual force field of the blade guard champion. There's a captain. There's actually a captain. So yeah, this is a war boss, in my opinion. People are wondering if it's a big boss. I think it's a war boss. Awesome face off right there. Very nice axe. It actually looks proper size. You got the axe everyone hates. No, his arm is what people hate. I don't think anybody hated his axe. I think they hated how little his arm looked. But that weird boy is holding on. That staff looks crazy. That weird boy looks super intimidating. Really, really awesome looking weird boy. And then I actually want to look at the walker one more time because I think the walker looks sick. Yeah, in the video, in the trailer, that looked great. That knob has a power axe. Yeah, the knobs have power axes. It looked like too. I noticed that this looked like they were showing knobs, which again makes it seem like knobs are going to be in the Battle Force box, the Start Edition box. So what's it going to be? A walker, 5 knobs, a weird boy, and 10 boys, like something like that, right? Is that what we're kind of getting from this? Yeah, custom force field on that, which I love to see. He's going to actually have some range defense also. So he's not just going to be standing out there in the all pathetic. He's going to have actually a built-in, maybe bad invuln. Yeah. Not sure if this is a war boss, but he looks like the one that was leaked, so I'm just gonna assume it's him. But in general, we're seeing big power choppas, which is very cool to have power enhanced weapons, which is what we really want to see. And the chaplain's all upset because we're crumping all his friends, as it should be. 20 boys in the war boss. Oh, okay. People think that we're gonna have a war boss in the chat. People are complaining that it looks like a Warhammer Fantasy Dax. I don't know. Oh, hold on. Oop, oop. I like that view. I want to see that view of the walker from the top side view. There we go. So pretty big. It looks a little bigger than a Death Dread, definitely smaller than like a Morkanaut or Gorkanaut. Death Dread usually looks kind of big because his arms are flailed out everywhere, but this guy does look a little larger, which I absolutely love that as a gun platform. And it has probably a defensive invuln built into it. Very exciting. Nothing like not a transport, just a straight up DACA platform with a big mech. Very exciting, dude. I'm pumped for that, dude. We need more DACA. We need more DACA. Whoa! Right, that's what I'm talking about. Took out his legs. So it's a grand heroic intervention. We'll stop that when we're playing. I appreciate the banner. Yes, bringing back the banners. We definitely want to see a lot of banners here on this when we get any of these new models. Size of the Sentinel, bigger than a Sentinel. Definitely bigger than a Sentinel. You know, he's gonna be a good size. He's gonna be a little bigger than a Death Dread is my assumption on a big base. Maybe like on an 80, 90 mil base. Maybe even 100. But like a Telemon Dreadnoughts, I think on like a 90 or 100. So I don't think it's be that big, but it might. Might. My bet is it's the size of the word tire on the kill rig. Interesting. But yeah, no, this is definitely a weird boy, guys. Awesome. This is Warped. He's a Warped to me because he's actually taking advantage of all his powers and using them. He can use it defensively to get the chaplain from crumping him. So yeah. Well, boys, if you think I missed anything, let me know. It looks like I hit everything that I could see in chat a couple times. We looked at Wazdakka earlier, and you know, I might just do a video again after all this to kind of summarize some of the takeaways from here and just to pump everything up and get us to talk about it again. So if you did a good job, leave a like, subscribe for more WAAAGH tactics that are coming out with this next edition. Hopefully you guys did justice. Any chats that I missed out here? From what you guys are saying, his arms are properly proportioned, I think. So you think we're gonna get Mad Boys too? Well, they did say they're gonna make stuff more narrative. So I mean, Weird Boy might become a Mad Boy, and you know, Weird Boy might become a Warp Boy and stuff like that. And there might be Mad Head dudes that lose their minds if they become a War Boss. Like if you make a Weird Boy your Warlord, maybe he becomes something else, like more ascended, because it kind of looks like he's in charge here, right? Kind of looked like he was in charge to a certain degree. So who knows? But yeah, attendees get the new boy and intercessors as gifts. Yeah, that's awesome. Congratulations to those gifts. Maybe they can send me some pictures in the, you know, at some point in the Discord or whatever. Congratulations to those gifts. Also, we get to keep our abilities. So the gas is also good. We're going to keep him with the boys. It's those buffs going to be still in play. Very important. So a lot to gather from here. And we're going to be able to really learn a lot from this. Very exciting stuff. But they still left us with more to see. I think most people are happy to see boys back, that they aren't the weird boys, like the weird bad kit that they put forward earlier. And that they updated it, modified it, made it more consumable for us as the Orc community. So that being said, thank you for the great whoa. Yeah, and tell me how you guys think I did. And thank you for the gits who are still here. If you're up late, go to bed. Remember the one thing to keep in mind, gits, is don't cross our wall. We'll knock your teeth out. Because here comes 11th edition with the Great Wall.